Welcome back to the Gfinity Arena, where we are all set to reach a crescendo in today's Counter-Strike competition. Team Prophecy were dominant on their elite stage debut last week. The European All-Stars seamlessly integrating into a fearsome fighting machine. XL were the plucky upstarts stealing a map from heavy favourites Method and breathing life, it's fair to say, into the British and Irish challenge. And Yasmin caught up earlier with Boaster a little earlier on.
Okay, so up in the VIP area, very plush, only for officials. Talking of officials, Boaster from XL, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Good, good. All right, so last match of the day, last game of the day. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. We're going to get the 2 now, hopefully. Yeah.
Well, it was like confident and then you said hopefully.
Yeah, you know, as long as we're playing our game, it's like picking heads, like picking candy in a candy shop. Oh, I don't know there.
Those lyrics. All right, so last week you were up against Method, and you went away with a point. Were you happy with that, or?
Yeah, like after we went 1-0 down, but I feel like we should have got that game. We feel like we should have got that game, but we threw it away, like, because we're only human. Yep. But yeah, we got the second game, so it wasn't like the end of the world. We'll just come back this week and hopefully beat 2-0.
Okay, so against Prophecy 2-0. Yeah. Do I put money on that?
I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the confidence. I like the confidence.
You're giving me this confidence. I'm going. I'm ready.
Yes, he's ready. All right, so what are you feeling about the maps today?
I don't know what maps are being played. I don't know what the veto is, but we have a good map pool against Prophecy, so hopefully they go right into. Well, I think we play the same maps, so. Yep. It's just a case of who's going to be playing better on the day, really.
Yeah, your strategy's clear. You're on point.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay. From Prophecy, who is that one team member that you're kind of looking at and think you don't know?
I don't know. Like, honestly, like, I've played a few of them before, but they haven't made a big impression on me. Like, no, like, not like that. Not you go. Here we go. No.
Stirring it. No, I'm joking.
But I'm not sure, really. Like, one of them could step up, but let's just hope none of them do, and we just walk through.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. A celebration afterwards. All right. Well, good luck. It's the last game. We're all very much looking forward to it. It's a big one. Hopefully, you win that 2-0, right?
Definitely.
Then you could actually boast. Yeah. Stay true to your name.
Yeah.
All right.
Be the boaster.
Tom, back to you.
There was a lot of smiling, there was a lot of flirting there. Boaster goes by the number 69. He is the cheekiest chappy there is, and the smiliest person, I think, in Elite Series. Okay. He seems very relaxed. That's
sounds like he's a boaster.
Yes, very much so.
That's a difficult manoeuvre to get into. And out of.
You, of course, without pulling a muscle. Listen,
anything else. If
we discuss XL from week 1, I think they're a very laid-back, sort of relaxed team. They've got the data analyst, Ross, their coach, who's come in. They're very vocal as a team, and they're looking very strong. So we expect them to at least get a draw today.
Yeah, I'd expect at least a draw. Like, you know, they seem very confident, they seem ready for that kind of situation. So it's at least a draw, like, in my mind.
And with last week, of course, Prophecy beating Endpoint 2-0. I mean, they're a little bit all over the shop last week, Endpoint. So Prophecy aren't going to have as much of an easy match this week, are they, against XL?
The key thing is, even though, yeah, these are maps that XL likes, as they pointed out themselves, it's basically a shared map pool. So it really is going to come down to execution. Like, if the guys from Prophecy play very well, they're going to be comfortable on both maps as well. So that's the key thing for me, is no one really can breathe easy at any point in both maps. They know, even if you lose your map, you can still win the opponent's map. So hopefully it'll be the best game of the day.
Perfect. Well, listen, it is XL versus Prophecy. Over there, we've got Snods, the birthday boy, and we've got Jackie. Gentlemen, looking absolutely brilliant for this. Are you ready?
Yeah, we like to keep it dapper, right? Of course, mate. Got to keep it style. It's true. St. Tom hasn't really mastered yet. He's on the podium this week, of course. Brought the shot.
That's harsh.
Better.
That's hard.
You know, the only thing, though, I've realised...
Here we go.
How has no one picked up on the fact that a team called XL Esports is going, oh, I've got data analysts and everything. In fact, you know what? We love to make spreadsheets. What do you make them in? Check the name. Sponsorship incoming, maybe?
Clues in the title.
Sounds good, though. Sounds like it should be an exciting game. I mean, nonetheless, obviously going into it, it's not...
Top draw material.
Of course. This is a very important matchup as well, right? You're thinking about how the top 4's going to be shaping up. You've got your Envious Academies, you've got your Method, your Epsilon. Who is going for that 4th spot? A lot of rumours about potentially Prophecy or XL. Yeah. I mean, more than anything as well, we look at it, right? Going into it, Mirage first map. XL, we've seen them play Mirage an awful lot in terms of leagues and just as a history of their team.
J-Chem, I mean, he's got a strat named after him on the on Mirage.
On the B-bomb side, of course, yeah.
Loves it. Lots of depth in his playbook into this map. It's not one I'm surprised to see getting played here at all. It genuinely does just depend if XL actually play like they normally play and show up, or if Prophecy are going to come in and have a bit of a surprise.
Seems like Mirage is like the comfort home right now for XL. They played it last week as well. They did lose fairly one-sided to Method, and obviously beat them on Nuke the following map. Map after this will be Train. That's going to be Prophecy's pick. And XL obviously picking up Mirage. They do love this map. So, with a knife, you can hear them screaming behind us as well.
Ready.
It's going to be XL potentially getting that CT site.
Yeah, this is the thing as well. With XL, they do have a lot of players that do sort of feed off hype.
Yep.
Boaster being one of them, very energetic player.
Lazar, of course.
Lazar as well, very active
Connor potentially
AWPer.
as well. And talk about Connor, Mirage is his home map. He is so strong on that T side, getting those entries towards the A side, opening up the rounds for his team and securing those sites.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of talent. It's normally just if they all show up together going into today's games, they're looking pretty good. In terms of XL as a whole as well, we saw a few role changes that have actually suited them a lot better. Now with Windansky being just purely support and stuff like that, it's all started to slot in together a lot better. And as the team works on paper, it's just being on the up and up.
If anyone's going to be support player, it is going to be Windansky, of course. He has the most experience in the lineup.
Yep.
Hasn't really got that ego behind him as well. He's not someone that needs to be at the front, getting all the kills, getting all the attention. He's okay with taking the seat back and just supporting his up-and-coming stars like Lazar, Boaster, etc.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's a good situation to be in. Obviously, J-Chem as well, someone that's always tried to bring mixes together and sort of
Been
have
around
that
for
in-game
years,
stuff.
of course,
Yeah, I mean, back from Source, we've always seen J-Chem in and around the scene. So this is a good unit for him to be at the helm of. Mirage as well, starting off on that CT side, they're going to be pretty comfortable.
Yeah, they should be indeed. So we are going to the first round now, the final game of the day. XL Esports versus Prophecy. XL on that CT side. Windansky there with the HE grenade and kit, 4 sets of Kevlar armor. And onto the T side, utility ball onto Archers could just be as simple. They have 2 smokes actually, and a drop tech 9 there towards Quick. Smoke towards stairs, smoke towards jungle. Flash towards CT, try and take control of CT and have that after plant position.
Let's see how this one will unfold, though. Lazar wants to kick it off. He's just firing off those pot shots from close CT if he can actually keep them at bay. But they're going straight through. They're taking jungle control. I'm going to go for the wrap round, it seems, as the bomb is going to be planted for short as well. They just need to clear out connector here. They are keeping them at bay. Connor will get the opening frag back on towards Slap as he does find the headshot. Connor as well, a second frag into the round already. This is looking good in terms of actually doing the damage they need to do.
4 versus 3 now. Both finds the frag onto Collar. Kali as well with a fast reply, but Lazar there onto Arch will make it a 3 versus 1.
It's just left on Kali now. They can completely stick the bomb. They have the angle covered. No way in hell they're going to lose that round, and they lock it down.
Kin screaming behind us as well. There's definitely a team that feeds off of momentum. We saw how good the CT side was on Nuke last week versus Method. See if they can carry that forward as well this week versus Prophecy. Another team you're looking at to be in that top 4. They had a very strong last week, beating Endpoint 2-0. But Mirage, such a comfort map for this XL lineup.
Yeah, I mean, you do have a lot of talent as well. If you look at that Prophecy side in terms of European talent, Slap, we saw him obviously playing Team Acer.
Yep.
More recently as well.
Yeah. With Michaelele. Quicks as well, played for that Mana team lineup along with Robin. Obviously, Arch played for, I'm not sure what team it was in Premier, but I remember playing versus him as well. Kali as well from X-Epsilon. But anyway, 1-0. Bomb did go down, so it could be the follow here from the T side. They are only on 2 P250s, and then a Deagle there onto Kali. Apart from that, though, SMG only on Jacob, so apart from that, it's going to be $300 per kill here on the CT side.
Let's see, though. Slow around from Prophecy here, just going to try and take it second by second. Play these crossfires, see if they can get the opening kills with P250s, just do damage to the CT economy more than anything. That's the best case scenario. If they can get the bomb down, that's just the benefit as well. Cal's actually doing great work, finds 2 openers with a Deagle, does punish them early, and the response is still there. Arch gets into the backline, somehow finds the head of Windansky. This round could go so far south.
Even if Prophecy loses one, they've done enough economical damage already. 3 players down now from the XL side. SMG and M4, that's all that's left. They brought up the FAMASs, the M4s. They put so much money into this round. Connor now towards CT. He needs to find at least 2 kills here.
Connor will find the headshots. He takes down Kolor, but it's still Quicks and Arch. They backed off. They're in good afterplants as well. It is actually going to be Quicks that's playing from Palace. He doesn't need to peek. He can just stay in there and toy with these CTs that are coming out from the retake. Tap the bomb to try and force the face. Arch now has the peek because of the Molotov as well. They will get the headshot. It's Connor. That spray control as he consistently flicks over and takes them both down.
And Eco round so close there. 2 players staying alive. The bomb going down as well for Prophecy. If they full Eco, then someone had a few kills in that pistol. We could be seeing an AWP here with no armor. It's obviously a risky play, but on a map like Mirage, the AWP is so prevalent towards that mid position. Connor there, static as always. Let's take a look at the buy now. Oh, actually the replay here. You can see the smoke was a little bit far forward, but nevertheless, almost came to their advantage because he taps the bomb, he comes out, the smoke isn't in his face, he finds both those frags, is able to defuse the bomb immediately after that.
Quite scary, though, that it got as close as it did with Prophecy's buy into that. I mean, what did we see? 3 P250s? That was like it?
And a deagle onto Quick Style as well. So, 5 arcades now. Let's see. No AWP on the CT side as well. It's going to be the SMG there onto Boaster. No AWP on both sides here. Solo mid-control here from Slap. And actually, it will be a slow default across the board. 2 players here coming towards underpass. They could smoke towards window, try boost into here. Try and find Lazar off guard. He's only got the M4 here. Used to having the AWP there towards mid. Very proficient with that weapon. But yeah, as mentioned, when you go for the double underpass setup, you generally do boost towards window. Let's see if we can find the kill onto Lazar.
Oh, Quicks gets the drop on Lazar. He had no idea that he'd been able to take control of window. Kolar as well, taking down Boaster. This is pretty huge. They're aware of the location of Windansky. The A site has been completely flushed out. There's no CTs there. Jacob and Connor are essentially forced to save as well at this point. They can't really run the risk of doing anything too crazy.
It's a big comparison, seeing how Weber was playing towards window, the M4, and then Lazar there. Doesn't wait for the smoke to fade. Instead, he just blindly walks in. That's a very, very easy frag there for Quicks, I believe it was. Nevertheless, as soon as that player does fall, in the 2 versus 5, they will be opting for the safe hit. Boaster reflecting the emotion. Not really too happy with that one. Losing the first bar round as well. Losing 3 players when Prophecy were on that eco means their money isn't really in the strongest position. They are having 2 players survive with these M4s. 1.4k into the bank. They can drop over another M4. But Connor now, giving away his position, he needs to stay alive here.
Connor getting the first frag is good, so at least they do stunt the growth of the Teaser's economy slightly, but it's not really going to come back to bite them that much at all. They're going to be pretty healthy into the next round. The worrying factor is, of course, XL off the back of this aren't going to be that stable, and they really need to find some answers soon enough. If they lose either one of these guns as well, they would have been in such a dire situation.
Yeah. Connor has moved, though. I believe he will be saving this one into round number 4. So, 2,700 on him. He will have 1.4k extra into the bank into this round, so he can jump over an M4. To go for the force buy, try to break Prophecy's money, but look at that. The smoke hasn't even gone away yet, and he's pushing in, gives away his frag. As soon as you give up mid as well, you give up connector, allows the T's to push through that smoke. They know that there's no one towards jungle. They know that if they go together, play the trade game towards the players on site, the round should be over. So, Excel off the force buy. 3 players pushing in towards Palace. They're walking into Archer's crosshair.
They are pushing him. Arch might get caught with his pants down as well. They try and flash peek into him. He's actually going to do the same back to them, but he can't overwhelm them.
You can see he's cool that there's 3 players towards towards Palace here. And the reaction from the T's is to go grab that bomb and head towards that B site. Already up short, Quicks is here. If he finds his kill, even with the man disadvantage for Excel, it's looking like Prophecy should have the site here and potentially the round.
Connor in a primetime angle as well. You can have the drop on them, but Quick sniffs it out quickly and shuts it down. This is going to be awkward. Even though they get the rotate over, they still have to wait. They will realize this is the straight commit towards the B-bomb site, but Slap somehow playing coast by wall near window finds the headshot on Windansky. Quick's going to send Jacob off to the Burns ward as well.
We're already looking at they're opting for the save. Boaster and Lazar does have the kit double flashback, but no smoke, no Molotov. The 2-man disadvantage, they will be giving up this round, going to 2-2. They find the initial kill towards Palace, but you push 3 players there, you give up all that information. You know that there's going to be 1 player towards mid, 1 player towards B. Quick is able to go up short, uncontested. And they split towards that B side so fast. The reply there from the information given from Arch.
Things as well, map like Mirage at CT side, you need Lazar to be on the AWP. And because they get into these situations, they're not going to have that cash to play with. He's so vital as well to XL's form factor.
If he hasn't got the AWP and he's using the rifle, play to stay alive. As soon as he falls, the T's are going to understand that it's a very weak connector, very weak short as well. If your windowed player dies early and you go for that B split, those 2 players on site, it's a 4 versus 2. It's very hard to hold, being swarmed from all of those angles. Nevertheless, they're round 5. It's going to be the quasi buy here from Excel. Only the scout on AK. Apart from that, it's going to be pistols across the board. Lazar and Boaster carrying on with that kit and Kevlar as well, and 2 flashbangs. That's really all she wrote. They could use the flashbangs to their advantage, try flash people towards Palace, try flash towards ramp, but instead it's looking like Lazar will just default towards that triple boxes towards CT. Won't really be utilizing the flashbang properly. Boaster, they're across the map, will find the entry there onto Calais as he does fall. 5 versus 4, you still have to favor the T, so the fact that there's only 2 sets of Kevlar on that CT side, even the man advantage, don't know if it'll be enough.
They are making their play over towards the B-bomb site. It seems Jacob's the only one in position right now. Obviously, they do have the quick rotate just playing close to window like that, but it's still going to be hard. Jacob needs to get an early frag on the board here if they are going to try and push in.
But look, though, you can see Jacob alone on that B side. All Arch has to do here is cause a ruse, right?
Yep. Sell
the fake, cause the rotation, which is already done. You can see 3 players there towards the site. Connor as well towards window. It's all down to Jacob.
Depends if they clear the angle as well. Potentially if they go straight for a plant and don't look at it, which they're not doing, he can get the frag and delay the bomb plant. Jacob pulls it out of the bag as he finds the headshot of Kolar. More of a misplay from Prophecy than anything there, but luckily enough, Slap is going to slap down the opposition. Falls them back into a 3 versus 3 here as they are attempting to retake the site. Slap is holding the angle by Forest.
Winnable here as well. Slap on 17 HP. Laza both have Kevlar, the kit as well. If only they had a smoke grenade. Windansky here from the rear. If he can find the kill here. Onto Quick's the side play, but he doesn't.
Unfortunately there, Windansky would have been absolutely wicked if he would have been able to do some damage, but getting punished like that leaves it all in the capable hands of Laza. A kit and 2 flashes to play with. It is a 1 versus 2. If he finds that first frag, he can make this work, but they peek smartly, play together, just overpower him with man numbers.
2 to 3 now then. Prophecy. Strong start on their buy rounds here on the T-half. Was the eco, of course, but then again, Boaster and Laza carrying forward those weapons that they saved. We are going to be going to another buy round here. Laza finally on the AWP. 4 M4s to back him up as well. On the flip side, we're finally seeing Kolar with the AWP in his hands. He's such a prolific AWPer. And as I say that, he finds the entry there onto Boaster, trying to cross towards Connector. Already a man disadvantage. 1 minute 40. They can slow this one down. They can spread the CT defense. They know there's going to probably be a weak middle. You can see already. Smoke going towards top mid. Molly comes out from Slap. They can take control of mid, split towards B, split towards A. It's going to be a 4 versus 2, a 5 versus 2 onto either of these sides.
Things as well, getting that first kill is a huge catalyst for Prophecy because Laza, more of your aggressive offensive AWPer, the sort of man you want to get those energetic boosts, try and go for the little bit of a flamboyant play. He's going to be stunted off the back of that. They can't run the risk of him going in to make a good opener because they're already a man down.
Exactly that. Laza falling back towards ticket booth. Windansky the rifle towards connector towards jungle. I like that. It's better that way. You can't get caught with the AWP in this close quarters. With the boost here potentially coming out. Connor though towards CPO. We should be ready for this.
Molotov comes in, gives him all the information he needs, but he's starting to get burnt to a crisp. He gets stuck in there, has to take the fight with Calais, and it's not going to work out in his favor at all. Brings them now into only having 3 players remaining. This trio needs to start doing work. Windansky will find 1 headshot back on towards Calais, but there's still 4 Ts remaining.
Bomb towards ramp. Arch as well towards Palace. Laza, if he finds 1 frag, Arch can just cover him. Try to go for that refrag afterwards. Let's see the smokers faded. He gets the tag as well onto Kolar. This could be the round here.
Oh, that could have been huge if he landed the second shot. Laza trying to calm himself down, overreacting a little bit there. He's going to get punished because of this. Kolar takes him down with the AWP. It's a 3 versus 2, but Windansky peeks out, takes down Kolar, gets the spray on towards Archer as well. The bomb is down in the middle of the site. Quicks has to be fast on his feet to grab it and commit to the plant here as well. A 1 versus 2. So many angles to watch now as well. He is in open ground. He gets given a grace period, those nods, to back off towards ramp.
Able to go back towards ramp. Has the flashbang. Windansky here with a 3K. Can he make it the quad kill? 2 to 3. This is such a big round here for Excel to win.
Facing together, trying to go and play as a unit, and they will do so. Windansky shuts him down, starting to bounce himself up, get a little bit of energy behind him. The defuse will come through, and they do tie the scoreline up at 3-3.
So, another buy round here, 1 for Excel. The first one for themselves, obviously, after winning that pistol. Buy round coming into this one. They are going to be prone to the reset. Obviously, 2 players staying alive, it's not ideal. You want your bank to build. You want 4 or 5 players staying alive. You don't have to drop over those constant M4s. We know Excel are prone to saving as well, right? Laza must put a name up for it. It's a bit of a meme within the UK scene, the fact that he'd always save the AWP, but actually he doesn't really want to give away his frag. Yeah. He's very hesitant to die, which can be good. Problem is you're playing versus the aggressive AWP of Kolar. Does that counter a style? I guess we'll find out. Fast mid control here from Prophecy. No one going towards underpass. 3 towards top mid. Missed shot there from Laza to go for the shot boost. Whiffs the shot though, which means they know where the AWP is. Kolar will smoke off towards window. They have control of mid now. The SK setup here. Boaster being baited for usually by Windansky, but Windansky has to worry about Palace as well. Connor leaving B, going towards window, towards CT. Acknowledges that they could have boosted as well during this time. Arch finds the first. That's a fast reply frag there. The trade kill comes. The bait setup works, but there's still a 4 versus 4. 1 minute on the clock. You've got to be favoring the T's, especially as they have short for free once again.
Going to go for the elevated boost. Quick's trying to sniff out anyone that is afoot on the B-bomb site. They make their play through. Molotov's going to go in. This actually could force Jacob out of position, but he peeks early. Gets a big tag, but he falls back into the molly. They now know he has to peek into their hands. Another easy kill is going to go their way. Sure, Quick's is low, but this retake is nigh impossible. They just have to hold back. Luz playing for exits, but that's the best case scenario. As long as he holds onto the AWP and gets maybe 1 or 2 kills, that's all he can achieve.
Yeah, the money for Prophecy Let's take a look at it. 3,000, 2,000, so they need to really stay alive here and try and build their bank up. Already a man fallen, I believe Arch there, dying to the hands of Lazar. There he is, the man on your screens. So, 4-3 now, as once again, Excel forced to go for the save. Seems like they have short control for free. Every single time they're able to get up short, and from there, they go for that trade frag, they go 1-for-1. They've been mulling towards Van as well. Jake caught off guard by that. As soon as they find that first kill, there's just no letting up from that B-bomb site. It's such a hard site to retake as well if you don't have the proper utility. You can't molly off towards bench, you can't smoke off the bomb. Molly off towards short as well. Connor there on your screens. Windansky, 8-4. Apart from that, Connor there, 6 frags as well. Jacob just sitting there 1-4, but obviously we're only 8 rounds in, so can't really read too much into that one. It's going to be quite the weird quasi-buy here. Excel playing for a lot into this round. Once again, going for the triple palace setup. They're going to get a lot of information here, but they haven't gone towards ramp. Let's see. If Connor pushes towards ramp before the T's have gone towards B, there's a chance here. Lars with the AWP alone. Quicks now slowly walking into his crosshair, but this execute should be able to counter the AWP from Lazar.
Set themselves up an abundance of utility to play with here, and that's going to be the key factor as well. Zone out the CTs, make them bend, and try and break them as you push your way in towards the bomb site. Lazar misses the opening shot, but will redeem himself as he takes down Kali, but it's not going to matter so quickly. A flurry of frags come out in favor of the Prophecy side, leaving the last 2 remaining members of the CT side just on measly pistols. Their arsenal is weak, and they're still taking the fights that they are not going to win. Boaster gets punished. Connor's in the back. If he just holds here, gets an exit frag, I mean, if Polar exits, yeah, he gets the AWP, that could be huge, but that's it.
Once again, CT players forced to save as the site is given up. Lazar missing that first entry. Gets the second kill though, right? If he had found 2 frags there before going down, then maybe there's a chance for Excel. He whiffs that first shot. He overextends as well. You saw how far out he came from the rattlesnake position. Players on balcony were able to spray him down. Nice and easy. Gives away his frag there. Nevertheless, though, we usually see Lazar being one of the star players on the Excel side. I mean, last week at Mirage, he was really the only one performing for Excel versus Method. So, round number 9. Not quite sure if Excel forced into that one. I believe it was just the quasi-buy. We could take a look. If they are going to be full eco here, which they are, so 3.5k across the board, they can still buy the AWP into the next round. 5-3. You've got to be expecting 6-3 unless something crazy happens. No deagles, though. Usually it's the deagle that has set up those eco round wins.
I'd say as well with Excel, normally their CT side is actually where they have these issues. Sure. Mirage, more of that T-side team, it plays their strengths where they can do the damage. They are going to go for a shock and awe style setup though. Group up, work together as they know they're not going to be able to win their ecos out playing like gun rounds. This is a nice little bit of a play, but it's not really working out. Quicks will quickly dispatch everyone that comes in front of him, and that is going to be the eco wiped up very, very swiftly.
Rumored as well. Coach from Excel said they've heavily anti-stratted Prophecy. So there's 2 ways you go about that, right? One, he's telling the truth, and they have. Or 2, he's saying that so that Prophecy don't try to play their own game, and you try to exploit that potentially. Problem is, we've seen constant 3-man pushes towards Palace, but it just hasn't been effective. Jacob's been losing the calling battle here versus Quicks. Pushes towards Palace. On the T side, they're pushing towards B. Game of chess here, and Prophecy are winning it currently. 2-0 last week. If they get the 2-0 this week as well, going to be in the limelight along with Envious Academy. So we head to another buy on round 10. AWP onto Collar once again. AWP on Lazar as well. Players towards ramp. Bomb as well, going for the contact play.
They're going to try and make their play now on towards the site. No real contestation as they first make their play out. Slap will find the head of Boaster and take it as game. They're now going to be approaching their way through as well. Jacob forced to fall back to deep CT. Looks like they will take the fight through. Quicks has spotted him out and doesn't now have to commit to it. He can just hold up close by ticket booth, and they've got a lot of map control.
Lazar still towards B as well. The AWP Slap finds another frag down to Connor. There's 2 for him into the round. Quicks nailing Jacob. Collar as well finding the frag onto Windansky. Once again, we're in the situation where Lazar was forced to save with the AWP. Well, tried to anyway.
Yeah.
Prophecy constantly going for those contact plays towards B. Quicks is obviously leading the charge there. Problem is, you bring the AWP over there. He shouldn't rotate as the Bianca before he's seen bomb. By the time the bomb is seen, 2 players have already been killed. Slap finds 2 frags. Both the first person to go down there towards CT. Lars is so late on the rotate, he can't find those frags to cross, right? He's not towards B short. We can kill them crossing default. He's not towards CT. Find them as they cross the site. Cole here trying to repeat the frag he found earlier onto Boaster. Seems like Boaster's been giving up his kill. Maybe a little bit too easy here on the CT side. 3-7, another buy round lost for Excel on the CT side. Just PT50s. Deagle onto Boaster and Connor, but unless some magic happens, it should be 8-3.
Quicks actually gets the long-range kill towards Connor as well. Nice bit of cash they're racking up out of this round. I mean, that's the best factor as well for Prophecy now. They read the round smart. They knew the economy. Just get your way through. Try to not lose any rifles. Don't give XL anything they can scavenge and take through into their following round. They've done a good job of that. Sure, you only lose Quicks, but he's already made more than his money back with them at 10 frags.
Yep.
When Dansky's trapped in jungle, unlikely he gets too much out of this.
Typically on eco as well, I usually say go for those 2 to 3 kills. Try and take out $8,000, $12,000 worth of investment from the opposing team. Problem is you're 3 to 8 down now. It's not about the economic damage. It's about the rounds. They can't keep losing these. They can't afford to keep losing these rounds, sorry. Already, Prophecy winning the half. Only 11 rounds being played. Another buy round. Another 6K. What's he going to be able to do with the AWP? He's trying to go towards B. Prophecy going for the contact play. You can hear them talking in the background as well, discussing what they're trying to do.
This is the thing as well. I imagine this pause actually coming out is going to be the XL tack pause, so they can try and work through this. Finally, the economy is back in favour. They've not gone for the buy yet on Lazar, but he does have the 6K. With Dansky also on 6K, but...
They could go for double ult setup. I mean, you could opt towards B and towards mid. We saw Method having success with that. You know, Xenia opting towards B apps, then obviously Weber opting towards window. Problem is, you're using your full investment at that point. You lose this round, 9-3, you're broke once again. You're going to be seeing Prophecy get to double digits.
This is the thing. If they go for the full investment into this round with a double AWP, they are actually just going to go for the one AWP on Lazar. If they lost this, you're looking at, like, best case scenario for XL off the back of that is 10-5.
Yeah, obviously the eco coming afterwards, so yeah, 10-5. On a T side Mirage as well. We saw Endpoint as well, having weak CT sides. Maybe it's just a stint of being in the UK, who knows. 3-8 now as we head into round 12. AWP onto Lazar once again. Can he have more of an impact? He's gone towards B, he's seen nothing. Maybe push towards B. Caught, like, this is the thing. When you opt towards B, the reason you do it is you push B, you get all the information, you have your scopes above of underpass, and you have your B shot player rotate towards there. You play 4A off the back of that. Instead, though, there's only 2 here, and they're both towards jungle. No one towards CT. When Dansk gets to find multiple frags, if there's a chance into the round here for XL.
With Dansky forced out of position though because the Molotovs come in, the firebombs are keeping him at bay. He can't do anything to aid his teammates now. They have given away control of the A-bomb site completely. Lazar on short is the only decisive factor. Fires in, will eliminate Slap. They have a 4 versus 5 retake here, but they need to try and do more. They've got an abundance of utility as well, but they just need to group up.
So, 4 versus 5. Kits, Molotovs as well. Strong utility. Boaster and Can they find frags? We're in a 3 versus 4.
Kolo in the background, he doesn't actually spot out that they have a man hot on their toes. It is going to be Boaster coming in the rear, but it doesn't matter. Kolo will take him down, but it's all left on Kolo, and he starts to do damage. But Connor had the angle coverage. You can see the frustration on his face as well. He felt like he was starting to get himself going. The engine was ticking over, but unfortunately, XL will retaliate. They get 4 rounds on the board now off the back of the buy.
2 AWP kills there from Lazar. I mentioned the fact that if he was towards CT, catching them crossing site towards B short, watching them cross from stairs to jungle, there could be a chance if Prophecy went for the A executes, and just that happened. You saw Lazar going B short, finding multiple frags as they did cross the site. That's exactly what XL needed. Prophecy playing with a bit of confidence there, pushing the smokes towards stairs, pushing towards jungle. Lazar's AWP catching them off guard. 4-8 now. Prophecy, they can go for the reset here. XL, their bonus. Money bonus towards the end of the round has been reset. Lazar again towards B short. He's not making the short jump. Instead, he runs all the way around short, gives up the whole portion of connector mid. You can see on the CT side, Noah's playing towards towards CT. There's a reason his executes have been so successful so far from Prophecy on their T side. 1 minute 20 on the clock now. Slow default here from Prophecy. They have control of mid. When Dansky now playing towards window. Lazar there towards CT. Boaster there towards stairs, holding towards Palace, but no one towards CT. It's just Lazar there towards triple. If the execute comes in, he'll still be able to find kills, potentially bomb, coming back towards A.
That's A play. The split push in towards the site as they are going to try and make their attack.
Question is, they have flashbangs, they have utility. This is a good smoke here. 50 seconds on the clock if they wait for the smoke. 20 seconds deducted from the time. 30 seconds left. They're going to be forced and Choked him to go in towards A. Let's see, they push the smoke. I don't think Luz is aware of it.
Seems confused right now as he is focused over towards CT. No one else was focusing there. If he peeks back through, Kolar will take him down, but it's actually going to be Slap that got the angle. Eliminates him. Boaster can retaliate at the very least, so they do go 1-for-1, but Windansky overpowered. They're left in a 3 versus 3, and the bomb is going down right now. Arch as well, he can just fall back, just play from Palace into the late round. They're in good afterplants on the side of Prophecy. Slap going to tiptoe his way through CT. They've been able to get themselves in the positions they need to be in.
So, gets onto Jacob and Connor. The last bit utility used, the Molotov towards under balcony. Easy shot, they whiffed, and again though, he finds the frag. Arch as well. Boaster in that 1 versus 2 there. Even though Collar missed that easy frag, he went for the reface there towards Triple, found that frag towards Bench. From the 3 versus 3, went to that 1 versus 2, extremely fast, and once again, the contact player towards A goes in their favor. Lazar caught off guard towards Triple. It's a nice frag there found from Arch. And the second frag as well.
Devastating stuff there. XL as well off the back of that now. Just an abysmal buy.
Exactly. You mentioned the fact that if they won this round, it should be 10 minimum for Prophecy. The fact that XL going for the full eco, just a smoke and a flashbang towards that B-bomb site. Apart from that, that's all they've really got. USPs, P2000s across the board. Prophecy should be able to get to 10 here. 10-4. Even if this goes 10-5 and Excel win the last round of the half, so much pressure on that pistol. Remember, Excel won the first pistol. 2 of their rounds off the back of that. They've only won 2 buy rounds, while Prophecy have won 9. So consistency leading into the next half as well. You really have to be favoring Prophecy. Even if Excel win the pistol, they make it 8-10. Just the consistency on these buy rounds from Prophecy have been too much to ask for from Excel.
Once again, they've got complete control of the A-bomb site, the stack on B. At least they can just try and bring some stuff to the table, just go all in at this point, not really overly invested into the round, just have that 5-7 on Jacob, which he can transfer over to Lazar.
Once again, though, look at this stack from Excel. The IGL battle being won right now by Quicks. Jacob buys a smoke, the flashbang. Typically, when someone does that on ecos, they throw a smoke towards B, they throw a smoke towards ramp or whatever, and you try and funnel the T's away from that site. So you have one player there, you'd have Jacob alone on B, he'll do the smoke flashbang, whatever. Try and force the T's back, trying to make it or mimic a site stack. Quicks though did read it, Archdev, nice 3K. But then again, money doesn't really mean too much here. As obviously it's going into the final round, round 15. The coach there from Excel brought in to try and reteach these old veterans of the UK scene the basics, really. Look very strong on Nuke, but once again, we're seeing a weak Mirage here, a weak CT side from Excel.
And this is kind of reminiscent of everything we see with XL and Mirage, though. Normally they do struggle on that CT side. We saw it, obviously, when they were Imperial as well.
Yep.
It's been sort of a staple for them, which is something they can't quite seem to fix.
It feels like Connor is such a big factor as well in this lineup on the T side. When they go for those slow contact plays, Connor is the one to open up the sites, but obviously on your CT side, it's more spread out individually. Once again, though, Quick towards the B site. Can he find the entry? And if he does, are they going to fake it? Are they going to fake control, force a rotation over there? All the CT players leaving A, bring the bomb back around, wrap it round towards that A site.
Diving their way out on towards the bomb site, though, showing off their acrobatics, but it's not really working out in their favor. Quicks will get taken down, but they now realize it is the full play towards the A bomb site. They can spot the bomb as well. When Dansky's in the back line, he can check out T-Spawn. Boaster has the uncover to eliminate Kolar. This is great. All they have to do is defend the bomb from T-Spawn. The T's are quaking in their boots, panicking right now as they have to overreact, and Connor will pick them off.
10-5. I mentioned in the earlier map we casted Jack. Method having a very strong T side and a weaker CT. I guess you could say the same for Excel. When Method were playing versus Excel last week on Mirage, it said it's about the T sides. Then again, though, 10 rounds on your T side Mirage, you can't really ask for more, especially after losing pistol. That's huge, right? This could have been a 12-3, a 13-2 half here from Prophecy if they did take that T pistol. Excel, they lose this. They don't get the bomb down. Prophecy take the following, the subsequent 2 rounds. After the pistol, we could be looking at a 13-5 half here. That's if the pistols go 1-1, and that's really where you see the fairer matchups.
It's quite worrying as well, because obviously Prophecy have looked very crisp on, I'd say, all the pistol rounds we've seen from so far. This is what we saw last week as well. Whereas XL, they do have players that can step up on pistol rounds. It just depends if it's going to be that instantaneous burst back in. I mean, in terms of the strategy we're going to see, obviously, it's normally very standard, right? We see it a lot. Those aggressive plays towards the B bomb site. You're looking at B contact hit.
Yep.
it's very sort of, it's easy to read, obviously, with what XL go for. So it depends if they're going to switch.
It's not even that. It's not even readable plays. It's the fact that Quicks is guessing what Jacob's calling. Stacks towards sites, aggression from the CT side. 3-man pushes towards Palace. Quicks has gone towards B. Or the first time it happened, right, when Arch was caught off guard, he died, but he spotted 3 players. He made the call. You saw on the minimap as well, the instant reply from the T's. They just took mid control, only 1 player mid, just smoke off window, molly off towards connector, or vice versa. Go up short, go through B apps. It's a 1 versus 4 on that B side. Anyway, though, very big pistol here for Excel. They need to win both pistols if they want a chance to take this one. 5 sets of Kevlar as well on that CT side. They need to be fast on the retakes. No kit here. Arch, precise with the USP, going to be pushing though.
The speed contact play, of course, coming out. Arch is in position, hoping to see them peek into him. They play it smartly, peek at the same time. Boaster takes him down. Quicks will rotate over, but he misses the opening shot, and Connor will bite back. Takes him out. Very clean stuff right now from XL as they've slipped their way in towards the bomb site. They can try and hunker themselves down. Not going to overreact. They can plant the bomb in their own time as well. They're in good after plants, and this retake is going to be awkward. Kolor needs to try and be the distraction. The double peek needs to come out as well from Calais and Slap, but Slap faces on his own and gets taken down all on his lonesome. Kolor's also going to follow the same suit of the rest of his teammates, and Calais, 9 HP, can't do anything into the round. Just going to lose his armor as Jacob hits him in the jaw.
Trying to save his Kevlar there. On to the next round, obviously. You have your Kevlar, you can buy your pistols, you can buy a smoke, double flashbang extra. But he will go down. Very commanding pistol there from Excel. Winning both pistols, and still the scoreline being 6-10. Obviously on that T side, as long as you win versus the force buy, beat the eco, we should be looking at a 8-10 scoreline. Mac 10 on Jacob, UMP onto Boaster. 2 Galils here. It seems like the Galils are suddenly coming into the UK meta right now. Method bring them out onto Pulse, and I believe Niels, no, not Niels Junior. I think it's Weber and Pulse usually by the Galils. Excel following suit.
It's out, yeah, this is kind of becoming sort of the more standardized buy we're seeing. Obviously, where you've got the Galil, so you have the range advantage with the 1 AK buy over on Lazar as well. He can just play off the back of his rifling skills, and then you've got the 2 SMGs for the cash builder.
Yeah, fairly common anti-eco as well. Is on your T side, go for the B split, smoke off window, smoke off connector, get up B short. You can even smoke off CPL as well. Long range angle, obviously, when you go up short. When you go in towards A, there's so many close angles towards stairs, towards jungle, sandwich, ramp, etc. A lot easier angles to clear out onto that B bomb site, apart from obviously the site itself, right, the boost and whatnot, or crouching behind bench.
Boaster kicks it off to take short control. That's going to be Connor and Boaster as a dynamic duo, blasting their way in towards that B bomb site. Jacob as well finding a kill with that SMG on Slap. So at least they are getting their bang for their buck out of these UMPs as well into the round, as Boaster will get another frag taking down Kolor. This isn't the best round in the world for Prophecy. They're going to get that bomb plant as well, so they will get cash to play with. As Calais, forced to fall back, does scavenge himself a Mat 10, but not the most ideal weapon when we're heading into these later rounds.
Yep. Can we see the money real quick, please, Keita? So yeah, they did go for the eco. 2 players there with $1,100, so if they want to go for the double ult setup straight away, they can. And obviously $800, $600 as well. That's enough from Molotov leading into that first buy round. Interesting to see what Prophecy opt to do on their CT side. Call out towards mid. I don't think we've seen Prophecy play Mirage yet. They played Overpass, and I think it was Train versus, Train and Overpass versus Endpoint last week. We're going to see Train again this week. I think Train is the map that Prophecy, Excel have done their research on Prophecy. Interested to see that matchup. And if the fact that Excel have done their homework on Train, see if they do show something better on their CT sides.
Yeah, obviously a lot more of a diverse benchmark to base our opinions of XL's Mirage play rather than Prophecy's up against sort of more domestic UK teams, because we've just not seen them play it is kind of the true story there. But this time around, back into the fold, obviously getting into things. Prophecy still nothing really to play with, just the Mat 10 that's now been handed over to Arch. But most likely if they can just do some damage to XL, that's the best case scenario. Goal
here obviously is to find 2 frags, and ideally those 2 frags could be coming from Arch. 600, 1.2k. Ooh. Decisive double dink there from Kolop. 4 versus 5. Once again, though, only Kevlar on Calais. Unlikely round to CTs to win unless they find some early frags here before the bomb goes down.
Yeah, they'd have to pull off something ridiculous. They actually get Lazar very low, though, and it allows Kolor to come in with that UMP and just tear through him with a pre-fire. Slap is going to fall, and it comes down to Quicks and Kolor to try and claw this back from the jaws of defeat. Kolor peeks in on his lonesome and will be punished because of that. Quicks is in the back line. He does arrive on the scene, but he's not going to be causing a stir today. He will be shut down.
Yep, fairly good eco as well from the CT side. 2 guns taking out the hands of the Ts. 10-8. Big buy round here. Excel win this buy round. They go to 9. They force Prophecy onto a quasi-buy. They win that as well, 10-10, and then the buy rounds come again. Prophecy, at that point as well, if it gets to that 10-10 score, and they can be prone to resets, even if it goes 11-10, they can get reset from Excel. For them to win this on the T side, they need to break the bank of Excel, of Prophecy, sorry. Anyway, Koller finds that first frag. Windansky does fall. You mentioned it earlier, the support player is now gone from this T side. Still though, strong utility on the remaining 4 players. Lazo there just a smoke grenade, but apart from that, he is tagged up a little bit. Warp onto Koller once again, and the 4 M4s there to back him up. 5 versus 4. All 4 of these Ts heading potentially towards that B site. Bombers at the end of B apps. Could go for a fast B split. Then again though, Jacob coming here towards under window. If they boost towards window here, try go for a split through CT towards B. That could be the key to success.
Could be, indeed. Slap playing close in the smoke right now as the Molotovs are going to go in to try and draw him out of position. Only takes 6 damage, so he will be all right. Just falls back to the blind spot as well, so he can still hold in case they go for a late round connector push. Meanwhile, Quick's up close and personal. Listen out for those audio cues. They play it smart, though. Flashbang over, peek at the same time. Looking a lot better right now for XL as they push their way on towards the bomb site. Arch is there, but he struggles to gain this composure. Even though he finds 1 frag, it's very swiftly traded back by Boaster.
3 versus 2. Jacob hears the steps from Kale, peeks out from Delpan. Nice easy frag there, fan for him. Koller as well, giving away his position potentially, giving off that sound cue of burning in the Molotov. 3 players alive for Excel. This is good for their money. Prophecy sent back to reset school.
Yep.
This should be what? They get 3.4k. They can go for Deagle, Kevlar, CZ Kevlar, maybe a flashbang as well. So not the end of the world for them. They can have a fairly decent buy, definitely winnable round. Right? You might go what? 10 to 90, 25 to 75 in favor of the Ts winning this one. But obviously, if they can find a kill early on with those CZs or those Deagles, pick up that gun, have the Kevlar, there's a chance here into this one. Pause coming out. I believe it's a tactical pause there from Prophecy. Excel. 10 to 5 down, winning both pistols though. You've got to be expecting 6 rounds off the back of that. In terms of buy round, I believe Prophecy's still in the lead. So as the game does go on into the latter portions, will they still be able to have consistency into those buy rounds?
I think as well, a team like Prophecy in these situations, this is where they can try and get stuff back on track. Bounce a few ideas off each other's heads. There is a lot of experience in some of these Kia players. They do have some stuff to work with, and more so than anything though, come back into this round, get it over with, get yourself back into a stable economic situation in the following round, and try it and make work then. Because they know most likely they're going to lose this one and equal up at 10-10.
I mean, look at the money as well. They got 2,000 across the board. They're going to get an extra 3,400 into the bank. Slap there, laying down the law, giving his insight and his team a piece of his mind. Let's see if it's going to impact their CT play. Deagle onto Koller, pistols across the board for the CT side. Once again, 4 AKs, or no SMGs on this T side. Money is doing fairly well for Excel as well. I believe one player has about 5,000-6,000 across the board. For the rest of them, about 2k. So, Prophecy, they win 2 in a row. There's a chance they can try and break that T bank. Nevertheless, the Slap is quick here.
Oh, this is scary as well, because look, Slap peeks out. Look where the bomb is as well. He can get a lot of information off the back of this. Peeks around, also spots out Windansky. I think they should be aware of what's going on, but the only factor is they just have 3 men remaining. So even they know that this should be a late round A take now, it's not going to aid them that much.
3 versus 5, no kits. Kevlar to Arch with that CZ. Smoke comes in towards short. It's looking like an A split through connector and a ramp. Kale towards window, gets smoked off, can't really do too much here. And the A site is given up for free. This time round, Jacob makes the right call, a site which isn't really stacked. Prophecy getting matched here 10 to 10.
Jacob, so close, but he isn't aware that these CTs are right next door. Boaster will take the head of Koller and put it up on his mantelpiece. Archer is going to find a CZ frag. Finally, Jacob works out what is going on. And we'll back off to just try and stay alive very low. The rest of the Ts can hunt if they wish to go for it, though, as they just have the money to play with. They want to do whatever they can to stop Prophecy from scavenging any weapons. And Kale has grabbed himself a Kalashnikov, and he has cheesed it out of there, so he's a mile away.
He is indeed. Still, though, they are on 3,400 bonus, so saving this AK isn't really ideal. 10-10, we are evenly matched here, even though Excel have won both pistols. Round 21. Prophecy, we've seen some success from Color's Orb. Should be able to buy it up into this round as well. What's his spawn like as well? Let's take a look. Color's spawn, see, it's not the best there. You're going to need a flashbang from one of your A players if you want to peek towards window. Can go towards B. If you take control of B, you push, you jump on those chest of drawers, you peek through B apps towards above underpass. You can try and rotate your B shot player towards window, have 3 players stack the A site. That's obviously a very effective tactic. Excel were trying to do that on their CT side, but the problem was they kept 2B, right?
Yeah.
Laz's Orb and someone on B short. They never rotated anyone towards A. That's why that side was so easy to take. Slow default here from Excel. Prophecy anticipates some CT aggression. After losing 5 rounds on the trot, they think they're going to try play aggressive, try to take the game to them. Late mid control from Excel should be the answer here. Bomb towards B apps. Laz here just holding, see if anyone's going to go for a peek. Even if they throw a grenade, I mean, we saw Scududo hit that shot multiple times at the major qualifier, banging people through, well, through to that basically. Snap towards connector. It's a late smoke as well. I do quite like that. Wally comes in as well. That might force Jacob back just for a little bit. Only 6 seconds though. That's still 5 versus 5. 50 seconds left on the clock. Bomb towards B apps. Color's Orb as well in kitchen. 3 players stacked towards B. If this is the B split, Prophecy should be able to take this one, but that's a late Molotov.
Fingers as well, though. Quicks and Arch, they need to work together. They actually have to trade for each other efficiently here as they know the push is coming into the site. Cover each other's angles. Quicks going to be watching the wall department. They do pick out at the right time, but Connor is able to find the headshot. Has to adapt now, but Kolor's arrived on the scene, luckily enough. Speedy with the AWP as he swiftly takes down Windansky. But look at the location of Jacob. All the way over at the bomb site, the A bomb site. He can cut off the rotation.
It's about Kala here. Is he going to check towards underpass? He's towards jungle now. He's going to hear the steps. Lars with his knife out. He's got the AWP actually going to... What is that? It's a whiff! He's towards jungle, but he has to cross the site. It's near impossible. Whoa! He's gone towards Delpan. Jacob finds the frag as well towards CT. Is he getting the bomb down? He has it!
This is ridiculous. A round that never should have got as far as it has. Jacob can peek out as well. He's getting information. He knows there's a player close steps. He can just take odd pot shots. Jiggle peek with the AK. It all falls down to him now, but he's in a good angle. Playing from deep CT like this, sure they have utility to work with, but Jake, one of the players you want in these clutch situations. So much experience. Jake, oh, it's the first and the second. Excel, kick up the firepower.
That's a huge clutch there from the captain of IGL, Jacob. Excel Esports now 6 rounds in a row, 1 for them on their T-side Mirage. That was his heart there. The moment getting to him. The fact that Callow let him slip past, he was 20 HP, stuck towards Sandwich, 9 seconds. It must have been the fact he didn't AWP, he was worried that it was going to peek out. Even then, it would be, what, 7 seconds just to run get the bomb down? Nigh impossible. Finally, though, from being 10-5 down, Excel 1 round in the lead here. Round 22, 5 AKs on the Excel side. Prophecy back to the quasi-buy. They still have their $3,400 loss bonus. The problem is they need rounds on the board ASAP. CZs, Kevlar, 1 flashbang onto Calais. On the flip side, though, strong utility for Excel. 5 AKs. Can we see the money real quick, please, Keita? I mean, they've won 6 rounds in a row, but the rounds have been close, right? Crazy clutches, crazy plays across the board. 5,000 there. Prophecy need to win 2 rounds on the trot. On their CT side, in the buy round, to try and break the bank of Excel. Another issue as well is the fact that they are playing versus this quasi-buy, which means this should be another round where Excel stack up extra cash. It gets harder and harder now for Prophecy into the latter portions of this first map.
Calais does actually take down Luzzo, which is a pretty big impact frag. Can he recover his weapon? I'm not too sure where he actually did find that kill, but he hasn't gone for the confidence play just yet. Molotov towards window to allow them safe passage towards short, but look at this crossfire. Arch and Quicks, the duo that can do so much damage. We'll take down Connor. Kolor through the smoke as well. Gives Jacob a hug as he now scavenges his AK right off him. Gonna grab the weapon and hope to try and do a little bit more damage, just roaming around. This round's gone so far south for Excel. Never should have occurred like this. They're trying to claw it back, but their attempts are fruitless as it's all turned away. Windansky's the last man left standing. Does claw it back a little bit, finds a double kill, but he needs to do so much more. They have 2 AKs in their possessions, Nods, and the bomb.
Kevlar onto Quicks and Arch, both have AKs in hands, HE as well. Slap. I know that Diego from behind though. Windansky can turn this into action at 7 seconds.
Yeah.
About. Yeah. He can't even throw the gun away as well. So they will salvage 3 AKs. Sloppy plays there, maybe some overconfidence after that clutch. Usually, when they are going up towards B short, you should be Molotoving short, flashing into CPL, take control of there. Once you have control of CPL, you can peek towards short. We saw good flashbangs there, catching quick sync off guard towards B short. This time, though, maybe some overconfidence, some arrogance there. Slight mistakes allow Prophecy into the round. Tactical timeout here from Excel. Obviously, they're trying to break the momentum. They've won 6 in a row. They don't want Prophecy here to be able to bounce back. They want to stunt any aggression, any chance on the CT side of Prophecy.
I think it's what's scary as well, though. Even if they do pick this round up, Excel come back into the fold, right? Prophecy still got enough money for that following buy. They're not going to be damaged. The reset won't occur off the back of this round. And it's actually a very juicy buy as well. You've got 3 AKs to play with. They've got the AWP over on Kolor. Kale's still going to have enough money to go for an AWP buy into the following round as well.
Of course. And one thing to note as well, Prophecy winning this round, which means they are potentially prone to the reset. 7,700 to Kale, though. You win your eco. You've already got 2,000 in the bank.
Yeah.
You win your eco without spending a dime. 3,500 plus the 2,000, 5,500 into the bank. That's why you see the Prophecy players, the fact they salvaged those 3 AKs as well is massive. 4,000 across the board for the CT bank. Excel need to win this one, win the second one as well. They need 2 rounds on the trot. Prophecy need the same. This is a big buy round here, Jack. Winner of this potentially take this first map. Once again, though, from Excel on their T side, slow mid default. Holding for any CT aggression. Nothing's been shown just yet. Strong utility on both sides. Molotovs across the board. Kits as well. This is probably the biggest buy both teams have had into this first map. Lazar, the up towards Palace. He's already scoped, which means he has to slow peek into jungle and towards stairs. But obviously, if he scopes and there's someone close towards ramp or towards Palace, they're going to hear it. Seems like mid controller's now been taken off the tees. Slap, though, close towards connector, about to find contact.
Slap in position here. Once again, very critical. If they do go for this split push towards the A bomb site, he is going to be that first point of contact. Molotov goes in, but it isn't going to force him out of position. Molly's underpass as well. This delays Connor, so they have to wait out so much more time. Time's burning through as well. 50 seconds now. If they mess this up, they have to commit.
Forward position from Slap. They need a Molotov here, 40 seconds left. Good flashbang, though. Passes AWP, though, finds the frag onto Slap. 4 versus 5 now, as they are getting pinned down from Quicks towards connector.
Quicks got into that elevated angle, rattled down fire from above. Did find 1 frag, but Boaster's there with a quick response on the trade. They molly under, but Kale is just playing from far back on site. He's ready for them to swarm in. Has to try and get the opening kill. Takes down Windansky. There's no efficient trade. Archer also shuts down Jacob. Somehow, Lazar will find the frag, but Boaster will fall. It's all on Lazar. 16 seconds to play with. Finds the next frag. Takes down Arch, but he's got to grab the bomb. No smoke to play with now. Has utility. Just has to commit to the plant. He isn't going to go for the first initial phase. It's the AWP versus AWP duel here, Snods.
He has the Molotov as well. He can molly the bomb if the time does tick towards triple boxes. He anticipated the push here from Collar, but he has an AWP as well into his hands. If he scopes towards CT, he's won the round, Jack.
Gonna try and make the fakes. Will peek through, but he whiffs the shot. Lazar, if he peeks now, he will be punished as well. Kola, all he has to do is hold the angle, purchase himself up, hungry to strike upon his prey. Lazar just jiggle peeking around, trying to wiggle and stay alive. Knows he's low, he peeks into it, but it doesn't work. He gets shut down. Kola finds the frag somehow, and he gets the defuse to boot as well. Prophecy pick up another round.
Intense 1 versus 1 there. Both players wielding that AWP. You can see Lazar shaking his head. He knows he should have won that. He tagged him up. Low HP onto Collar. He legs in. Doesn't quite connect that PT50 shot, though. Prophecy finally gets some rounds on the board. Excel, 4,000, 3,000. I believe Jacob can drop over an AK, which he has done just that. So we'll be seeing another buy here from Excel. Prophecy, I mentioned they need to win 2 on the trot to try and break this bank on the T side. If they make it 13-11, force the eco from Excel 14-11 at that point. It's 5 rounds that Excel will need, and only 2 for Prophecy. No AWP as well for Lazar. Been so key to their victories on that terrorist side. Boaster reduced down to just the Galil from the AK. Utility as well. No nades on Lazar. Has to go in first, right? If you have no utility into the after plant, you can't smoke off jungles, Molotov off CT, flash things, etc. Just be the trade bait, right? Be the person that gets traded. You have no utility anyway. You're not really that useful into the mid round. Just try and get your team the opening frag onto a site.
Lazar no head armor as well, so it's only going to take one shot with that M4 to take him down if he does go on towards the bomb site, which is going to be a little bit of a struggle. Molotov comes out once again as they just want to wait for the push to come through underpass, just trying to keep that mid control at bay. Prophecy know they have this round in their hands.
5 versus 5, another slow round here from both sides. Prophecy. They found potentially the key to success, the slow rounds. What is this? Wendansky out of Palace? Collar finds the initial frag as well. It's a one-man advantage with 40 seconds left of the clock. The bomb is towards Palace. This is a very hard round now for the T's to win, especially if Jake forces it towards Delpan. He needs to find an entry here onto Calais. But with 30 seconds left, they can be funneled in towards A. Jacob needs to be the key to success here.
Oh, doesn't clear the angle, just tried to walk through the leap of faith, but it's not going to work out in his favor. Calais doing damage as well. Connor will luckily end his reign of terror, but Kolor's on the site. He's whiffing though. Normally, he lands these shots. 3 misses on the table, but time's ticking away. The bomb is down as well. They have to go right now. They would need to kill everyone to pick this round up, and it is going to be over. The T's won't be able to win it. If they wanted to there as well, could run the risk to try to kill Boaster off the time, yeah.
Thing is, though, right now, heat for the moment, this is a very close game. So, money potentially broken here for Excel. Let's see. 2,000 there, going to be going for the quasi-buy eco. Some light armor, smokes, flashbangs. Could be going towards B, could be seeing the JKM from the man himself, that'd be interesting. Window smoke and top mid smoke. JKM that has the smoke grenade as well into his hands. There's 3 smokes brought up from the T's. The B split, this is where Jacob comes in from behind. When the CTs on that B side are distracted, he's trying to kill that B shot player in the back, try and find an easy entry onto this B side. So down to Archstone, he's jump spotting with the Molotov. That should be able to delay the push enough here.
Yeah, this is that standard XL pistol round that we saw. Let's see if it works any better now. They actually have the Tech 9s in their hand. Quicks and Arch will find the frag very easily. It's so simple for Arch there as well. So much more range to play with. Just fall back by Forest, pick up those easy kills they come in. Windansky's got a little bit of bite in him though, as he will find 1 kill, but the final 2 players of XL will fall, and that is going to be Prophecy getting another round on the board.
Things coming to fruition now as well. That buy round, I said, if they win it, 14-11. Which we see now. Prophecy needing 2. Excel need 5. What's the go-to strat? Orp onto Connor. Does he have a good spawn? Let's take a look. Yeah, he has the best mid spawn. So if he can find the frag gate towards mid, they can swarm mid. Go for a fast B split potentially. But look, slap. Collar won't bite.
Oh, this is very risky. They actually do get 1 frag. The Boaster takes down Slap, but the responses come in. This does favor the T's at this point, though, especially if they go for the split pick towards the bomb site, but not when Kotler goes back. Another face from him. So much confidence.
1-man advantage as well for Prophecy. A fast round. Leaves us with the CT sides having the advantage. Jacob and Lazar. It feels like we see these last 2 alive fairly often. Jacob and Lazar, I mean, they've had multiple potential 2 versus 4s, 2 versus 3s towards the A site. Will they try and repeat that again?
Backing off. Going to try it and play to their strengths. 1 flashbang, 2 Molotovs, and all the natural tools to attempt to win this round. But Kolor is going to have absolutely other ideas.
No smoke as well, just a flashbang. They have mollies, so they can molly off towards B short. Molly window, flash towards connector. Try to get a frag there, try to find an entry towards A and risk it. If they go up short, they need to kill Arch. If Arch goes 1 for 1, the round is near enough done. Let's see what happens.
Things they've got the flashbang. They're actually just going to dry peek it though. Arch gives away his location. He peeks first. Lazar takes him down. Luckily enough, this is huge. Quick's in position over by Truck here. You've got the mollies. They should be mollying it out, try and force him out of position, then just play together on these frags. Kolor coming in with a retake. The AWP isn't that efficient right now because they're already on the site. It's going to be awkward, but they don't. Clear by Truck. Quick peeks out, takes down Jacob. Left in a 1 versus 2. Lazar, he knows that Kolor's tagged down low, but he has to take down Quicks. The aggression coming through. He gets legged. You can't quite do it. Just takes too much of a beating before he even gets to the real fight.
Match point now for Prophecy on this first map. Next map being Train. That's Prophecy's map pick. They won very convincingly versus Endpoint last week on it. Excel on their map pick Mirage. Not showing as much comfort as we used to be seeing. They lost as well versus Method. On this exact same map, and it was the same thing. Weak CT sides. The problem is, right? Imagine they start on their T. This would be 5-6, 6-5 on your T side. That's fairly doable, of course. Problem is, they didn't have a big enough buffer jack leading into the second half.
Oh, Connor gets the opening frag this time around. This is a little bit different. Now they have a little bit of firepower to play with, pushing their way in. Kohler gives his position away. Connor's just going to rattle through the smoke, take pot shots, and dispatches the big man himself. So it's a 3 versus 5 play. Slap in the background, but Laza catches a whiff of him, runs past, takes him down with a drive by Connor, playing out of his mind. So this is the Connor we need to see, that explosive impact fragger on your T side.
He's the man that needs to go up ramp, find this entries towards A. It's almost too late now, right? It's easy to have this confidence that's given to you because the prospect of losing is just right in front of you. You have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
That nothing to lose mentality is sometimes where you see the confidence come from a few of these players, and Connor being potentially one of them. Does get the double entry as well. I believe it's spam through the smoke. It was the headshot onto Collar there with the AWP. So tactical pause here from Prophecy. It's good to see that teams are actually using the tactical pauses today. I believe we had one earlier in the Method versus Epsilon game. And apart from that, other games during the day, I don't think we even saw a single pause. There were 1 or 2. Not enough, really. At least both teams here using and utilizing all the pauses they can get.
Makes sense as well, obviously, even though they have a buffer to play with, they've still got 3 rounds before XL are going to be a match point as well, and that will be the overtime potential. Oh, it's actually going to be the XL tactical timeout.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Infused. It was Infused versus Endpoint.
Yeah.
I believe they were 15-9 or 15-10 up, and Infused, the inexperience showed, and they lost those clutches, the 1 versus 3s, the 1 versus 4 to Emi and Max as well. And Endpoint were able to come back and claw it back and get to OT and take cash. So, we are going live into this one now. AWP brought back onto Collar. No AWPs on that T side. M4 onto Jacob. Laza, 19-22. Frags, you know, fairly evenly distributed as well. Roughly 20 kills across the board on 3 of these XL players. Is that something for CT? Yeah, I believe it is, or maybe even Jungle and Connector. Connor towards short, though. The bomb is towards BF's looking like a fast B split here, Jack. Quicks again could be caught off guard.
Oh, Calais will kick it off, takes down Connor, though. That's a huge impact frag. Slap as well, eliminating Boaster. It's looking absolutely dire, Snods. The terrifying trio left on the side of XL. Windansky, Jake, and Laza need to try and pull something out of the bag right now. It will be that B play with the late rotate of Jacob to try and cut off the rotate inside of Prophecy. But Quicks comes in with a headshot towards Laza, and it's dire straits. Jacob eventually finds a kill back on towards Quicks, but it's still not that manageable. Arch, backup of Slap as well. They can just play this crossfire. They've got the bomb in their favor. Windansky hoping to do something, but it's unlikely.
Jacob now the 1 versus 4. It's looking like a 16-12 scoreline is on the cards for us on this first map. Smoke and flashbang to win this, to break the bank of Prophecy, force them onto the eco, potentially an overtime game, would be massive from the IGL and captain.
Jake trying to play the mind games here, but what he doesn't realize is Calais there, hears everything, has the audio cues, and will take him down in his own time.
So yeah, weak CT side there from Excel. On their T side, they had the momentum 6 rounds in a row. The problem was, as soon as Prophecy realized the way to play their CT setups was to play nice and passive, have Cola play towards CT, have Slap take control of Connector, move the AWP to a more passive role, don't give up those early entries that we saw Connor, Boaster, and Laza finding. As soon as they forced the Ts onto the sites, it felt like in the afterplants, in the retakes, Prophecy shined through.
It just seemed like as well, they were playing very timid against that quite aggressive T side. It was very different from what we see of XL, their CT side. Bogged down, it looked unstructured. T side, we know they're a very snappy, fast team. They're not going to mess about. And Prophecy took a little bit of time to understand how to deal with that.
And as soon as there was nothing to lose, we finally saw confidence from a few of those players. At that point, though, 15-11 down, it's just simply too late.
It is too late, but it's not too late for the beautiful man himself, Tom Deacon, to let...
Ah, you're too kind, Jackie, Snods. Thank you very much. That was map 1. That was Mirage. Prophecy, take it. But can XL come back in the next map, which is Train? Don't go anywhere, otherwise you'll miss all the action. Well, welcome back to the Elite Series. A great matchup with Prophecy and Excel. Prophecy raced to a 10-5 score at halftime on the Mirage map. Excel managed to fly back into it with 6 straight wins, but at the end of the day, Prophecy were just too strong for them and ended up winning 16-12. Fantastic play from Quicks and Kolo, who both finished with 25 kills each. And as you can see, Excel there, very, very excited. It was a great matchup, a great way for Excel to come back into it, 6 straight wins. But Prophecy a little bit too strong. Do you reckon that will happen in the second map today of Train?
I wouldn't expect it in such a way. I don't think Excel have that much on Train. Like, obviously, they picked Mirage for a reason, and it felt similar to the Method game last week, where they had, quite a weak CT side, and T side was a lot more drilled, defaults, that sort of stuff. And I don't really see it on Train. I feel like they needed to get off strong, and then get in it, and then, start off and just take it from there, really.
I think it really depends on the good play of the guys on the Prophecy side, because the big difference maker was those guys you're talking about having most of the kills in the server. The guys from Excel were okay. There was no real problem. As a team, they did fine. But I mean, he called it before the game. It was Kolor, the AWPer, who was having a huge impact for the Prophecy guys, and so that was the big difference maker on a lot of the rounds.
So you reckon it was their T side or their CT side that Excel need to improve on in the next match?
It's definitely the CT side. They had that issue last week. They only got 2 CT rounds against Method, and then this week it's only 5. Obviously, it's an improvement, but it still needs to be improved on, really.
Yeah, and what about the eco rounds? Were they using that as best they could? Prophecy against Excel, was that why they managed to race into that 10-5 lead at half-time, or was it just they were just the better team taking the shots when it mattered?
I mean, it's tough to tell because the key thing is, first of all, their star players were hitting all their shots. So I don't really think that they're like some fantastic tactical team, and I think you add in what he just said there, which is that the CT side has been really kind of lackluster for a lot of teams, actually, the UK teams in the tournament so far. But yeah, Excel here, they struggled there. They got something going on their T side, but they'd given up way too much already, so it was kind of a massive uphill challenge at that point in time. Prophecy could taste that the victory was near, and you saw in all those clutches, they were really going for it because they thought we were going to need one to break them, And so I feel going over to Train, it should still be competitive, but the problem is at the moment on Train, you really want to get a lot of CT rounds. You want to really have, you want to win the CT half, you want to make it easy as possible because it can be tough getting the T side executes off on that map.
I mean, because when Jackie got the latest gossip, I like to call it, backstage, Quick said he was really confident with the maps that had come up, and if that's his side, Quick's on their map, then you're expecting him to they've got to be confident for a reason. So this probably will look like
or he's a liar.
There is the double bluff idea.
There you go.
You heard it first. Quicks could be a liar.
Yeah. People lie.
They do. And I feel like that needs to stop. If that could be the real message from the Elite Series.
Just stop lying.
Stop it. We don't want any more fake news. But this is the news. It will be Train in the next map. And Quick's probably looking very confident about this. I tell you what, 2 guys that look very excited about this potential map, who haven't sat down all day, even in the green room. How do you do it? What is the secret for your ability to stand all day?
Caffeine, sushi, Nando's, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean that, and I follow the bank's lifestyle, so, just keep myself going.
Oh, yeah, of course, mate, of course. So, Train, second map here. Prophecy, obviously having a very strong T-side on the previous map. Excel, the complete opposite, really. Going to shambles on their CT side, only able to gather 5 rounds. Train, though, this is the interesting one, right? Before the maps had started, Jacob said they had anti-stratted Prophecy. The only demo they could have had was Overpass and Train. So maybe we were going to be seeing a lot more here. They said they had heat maps, counter strats. I mean, that should make their CT side very easy if they see certain smokes, certain Molotovs, knowing what that exact execute is and able to determine the best counter to that.
Train as well is actually a map they can get a lot of information on, even against domestic UK teams, because they have that entire game they had against the Endpoints. They've got a lot they can base it on.
Yep.
They know what they're doing. If Excel have done their research and looked into this, as they say, obviously with the coach of Ross as well, there is a lot of things that could aid them massively. And I mean, Prophecy, Train's one of the maps we see them go to quite a lot in other things as well. It's not a map that, they stray away from. Absolutely love it. They thrive on it. So they will have a lot of benchmarks they can base this off.
Let's go to the basics of Train, right? Your CT side, AWPer. Towards connected, towards Ivy, towards green Train and whatnot, finding multiple entries is what you want. On your CT side, AWPer, Kolo being a very, very capable AWP player. On the flip side, though, you have Lazar, of course, known to be a bit more passive, a bit more reserved, doesn't want to really give away his frag. And I feel like a map like Train is one where a style like that can really shine. Okay, you can play more passive, you can fall back towards connector, find those kills as they cross from green train, from blue train, whatnot, towards sandwich, towards that site. So don't always have to be that aggressive.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Obviously, the knife going on now as well to decide which side they're going to start on.
Big as well.
Yeah, if you look at train in terms of actual maps, I mean, this and Inferno are obviously the two big ones in terms of how vital it is getting that knife. Boast absolutely loving it. He's raised his boasties right now as they have been able to pick up the knife. Windansky will grab it, and they can start off on that CT side.
Yeah, after the game, they're sort of disappointed with that one. They thought after winning 6 rounds in a row and finally getting that advantage level to 10, they're going to take it. Unfortunately, their Prophecy, as soon as Kola started hitting those shots on the AWP,
Oh, yeah.
things really got locked down on that Prophecy CT side.
Because we saw, what, 6 rounds on the trot.
Yep.
Kola gets the AWP out. Huge performance, hat-trick of kills, and then it was all downhill.
Got to remember as well that crazy clutch from Jacob, right? That crazy 1 versus 2, the spray transfer, the double headshot around triple boxes. Got them that 11th round, and then ever since then, they all got so hyped. Lazza banging his chest, obviously his heart rate in the moment. And ever since then, they, I don't know really, I'm just trying to think. Lost discipline, got a bit overconfident, a bit arrogant, more sloppy plays, And the cracks started to show. Prophecy really taking advantage of that one, but I believe we are ready to go into the pistol round. Excel winning the pistol, that's why you heard Boast screaming.
Yeah.
Trying to get his team hyped, trying to make this a 1 versus 1. A 1 versus 1? A 1-1. If Excel lose 0-2 here, Prophecy 4-0 ready, looking to really be perched up there at that top 4 spot.
So let's get into this. It is going to be Train. XL will be starting off on that CT side. Prophecy, of course, on the T side. Why don't you break this one down for me, Snuds?
So, 4 sets of cover on the CT side. Jacob, the kit and smoke. Obviously, the kit smoke is so strong. Having those Glocks, railing off shots into the smoke is very different from an AK spelling a smoke. Glocks obviously doing 11 damage. Usually, you just pick up your knife, you try knifing through the smoke. That's how lackluster that T-pistol really is. 2 sets of utility, smokes onto Calais and Slap. Let's see though, Windansky, if you can find the entry here, onto Arch.
Close angle, they peek together, but luckily enough he gets away. So even though there is no trade there, he gets information and can still stay alive into this. Aggressive drop straight away through Pop Dog though, and they are raring to go towards the A-bomb site.
Lazarus Wild boosted onto the connector. Should be able to spot them if they do cross towards the site from Electric.
That's going to be
Jacob as well.
Over as well there from Calais.
Oh yeah. Smoke being thrown, and also Jacob rotating it behind the site towards Help. But look at the bomb, it's towards B. Quicksip trying to sell a fake. Don't think he's done enough. Windansky trying to hold the line, but the bomb has been crossed to the side. Actually gets dinged up as well, so won't be able to face and try to get these frags and not allow them to push.
He's keeping them busy though, stays alive for a very long time, even though they have secured the B-bomb site and got the bomb planted. Arch up close and personal though, range supreme with his Glock. It's a bit all over the place right now, and somehow they boil down to a 2 versus 2.
No Kevlar on the remaining 2 T players. Just a Molotov he can ricochet off of that door, land on the site. There's a kit though on Jacob. They have time to play this one. Bait out the defuse, bait out that Molotov, and try win. Actually got the smoke, that counters it.
This is huge. The smoke will disperse the Molotov. He can just stick it all out. They can't retake it efficiently, and they pick that one up.
Yep, completely forgot about the smoke grenade there. Molotov. Not really finding any success there. I like the game plan though, right? Yep. Typically, on your T-pistol, on any T round towards that B-bomb site, you want to push towards the deeper trains, get in towards connector, try and close the gap between the Glocks and the USPs. Obviously, the USPs have a big range advantage. If you are stuck towards that site, stuck towards ramp, stuck towards heaven, or upper, sorry, those USPs really are in favor. The eagle hit there from Collar. Just spot someone going close towards Poplar. They'll be Luz with the MP9, trying to stack up as much cash as possible. Bomb going down for Prophecy. They are going to be full eco, and typically, sometimes you do see the AWP. We saw Thomas do it today. Stick on that USP versus the eco. Lazar, though, not opting to take that risk. We'll go for the MP9. Only $1,100 and $600 in the bank per kill. Talking about kills, though, Connor finds the first through the smoke towards Ivy. Might even find a second. I'll just slip.
Nice early tag there on towards Lazar, obviously, as well. He's still just trying to do damage. He is just taking those pot shots, but can't quite finish him off. Arch up close to us with a P250. You thought potentially you would have found that, but they are just getting dispatched. Everyone is hitting the deck. It's all left on Calais. Only 2 players on that CT side have taken a bit of a hit, so they're a little bit squishy, but it's nowhere near going to be enough. They should take him down and swiftly move on to the further.
Yep, strong anti-eco here from Prophecy on the CT side. We saw the same affair there, right? They won the pistol on Mirage, and that was pretty much 50% of all the rounds they got on their CT half. See if they can change that now on the more CT side of the map. That is Train. Lazar, let's see if he buys the AWP. That'd be interesting to see. Obviously, to get a few frags there of the MP9, that's $600 in the bank for himself. Prophecy on your screens now as well. Currently 3-0. So yeah, Lazar buys the AWP. UMP kept from Windansky. And Laz's AWP will have no competition. 5 AKs, 5 rifles onto the T side, so should be able to get aggressive here, abuse the long-range advantage, and understand that there's going to be no AWP on the opposing side. And try and get that first frag, the entry for his team.
Time in there, if that had been slightly different as well, Connor's nade could have been absolutely massive. Got a lot of shrapnel into those other players in Prophecy. He's going to play off the close angle as well, Snods, with the backup of Lazar.
So, smoke comes in. Connor's walking here. He's probably heard that crouch peek there. Obviously, here's the sprays. You might call that there's 2 players towards Ivy. Typically, you're expecting an A split at that point. You can see already 4 players here on the CT side. Windansky playing close towards ramp. When you are playing solo B on your CT side train, you want to play close. You need to play for information. If he's playing far back, especially with this UMP, and they get the site, the retake can be so hard if the T's get so pushed towards connector.
They are going to take the fight. Connor goes out, but he wasn't ready for the crossfire. Kolor will hit him in the side of the head and take him down. Lazar's forced to fall back as well and give away that extra map control, but he will go 1-1. Takes down Slap, gets them back into a more of a manageable situation, but Boaster is going to fall to Cali. Look how low Jacob is as well. He is playing from type Pop Dog, but Lazar's doing damage. He's somehow starting to pick off those frags. There's very Lazar kills.
Yep, finesse with the AWP. Windansky as well, the UMP will find a frag. Arch is low HP, but obviously the AWP won't really make too much of a difference there. Arch trying to get an entry here onto this A side. Jacob is low. Lazar as well, and he will fall. Jacob and Windansky versus Arch and Quicks. Arch low, Jacob low. Kit and Windansky, utility low on both sides. Just a smoke grenade here onto Arch. So bomb being planted, 15 seconds left. Look where the CTs are as well. They're so far away. Luckily for them, though, they do find the frag, and they have a kit as well. Quicks and then 1 versus 2, trying to play aggressive here. Did they think it's A?
Seems like they haven't realized that it's not actually planted on bomb train yet, and it is towards B. So Quicks, he's gone up on the close angle by connector. If he finds his fragment towards Jacob that's 2 HP, with his pants down, now it's very easily winnable for him. He's trying to listen out, hear those footsteps. Windansky is coming in from the rear. Windansky's just going to try and hold it, but he's got to react fast. Sure, he has the kit, but he needs to tap it, yeah.
Let's see now. On the bomb, he will stick it. Quicks, he's going to go for the face.
Oh! No, doesn't peek it. He doesn't realize that Windansky got behind. He gets it. Windansky gets the headshot as well on towards Quicks. That's a huge round.
Yep. Windansky there anticipates Quicks to not face there. You saw what he did, right? Get close towards the ankle. He tried to show his shoulder, try and bait out Windansky to get off of that bomb and try and force or push him towards connector instead, though. Windansky knows still the experience paying off. He just sticks it. And in crunch time, he will take the frag as well. Quicks does fall. So 3-0, strong start here for Excel on their CT side. 4 rifles now. AK picked up. Lazar finds a frag as well onto Slap. We're onto the quasi buy. The bomb was planted, but it's not the full buy here just yet. I believe they'll be able to buy up into the next round. So Prophecy here, try and find 2 to 3 frags. Try and dent that CT economy as much as possible during the early portions of this first half. Nevertheless, a 3-0 advantage for Excel already. And a 1-man lead into this round.
Jacob smoking back over, just going to try and keep him at bay right now as they do group up, seeming like ideally it's once again going to be either the fake towards A, then rotate back through, take control of B. They are actually smoking over through the skylights as well, so it could be the take towards A site with a split push from Kolor.
Bomb towards Electric. Let's see though. Where's that Calais now close towards the smoke? Boaster gets caught off guard, but Lazar does find the frag onto Quicks. Boaster goes down. If the bomb gets planted, that's extra utility into the next round, but nevertheless, the Lazar with the AWP whiffs the shot. Bomb shouldn't be planted though, so standard affair here for the CT side, but Jacob and Boaster both going down, which means 2 guns going to be needed to be dropped. Not the end of the world, of course, though. Rounds are important as they go to 4-0. Obviously, if the bomb did go down there, that could have been an AWP, that could have been extra utility. If you have the Molotovs, the flashbangs, you can go for the executes towards A, molly off towards default, molly off towards stop sign, smoke towards green train, towards Electric, towards the sandwich position as well. Try and get out of team main. They're trying to get picked by Lazar's AWP. Still though, round number 5. Prophecy need to be winning this one. They need rounds of the board ASAP. Let's see, Kolor finally has the AWP in hand, so he can finally challenge Lazar's AWP. 4 AKs and the AWP has a save for. It's now 3 though. Both have a nice frag onto Arch, puts us into once again a CT advantage. 1 minute 35 on the clock.
This is actually really big as well. Look how long they were delaying Kolor. He can go for any peeks. He's had to fall back now as well to do the flashbangs over and the smokes for his teammate. If they want to go for this A fake / commit, I mean, Slap as well. Entry frag back on towards Windansky. It is a 4 versus 4, but the next frag is going to be so critical into deciding this round.
Yep, both the low HP as well. Only 12. No Molotovs as well on that CT side. Jake and Connor completely skinned in terms of utility. Smoke comes in. Lazar there missing that crucial frag. It could have been a 1-man lead. Collar though finds an entry with his AWP. As we go into a 3 vs 3 post-up. Perched on the high ground, does find the first spray. Doesn't land, and Kelly will find that kill.
Awkward stuff there. Boaster needs to try and do just that tad bit more. Kolar has this angle completely on lockdown as well. Lazar cannot take the fight. As soon as he peeks, he will be dismatched. He realizes this, dismisses any chance around, and will back off. And they are going to lose their first round. They're going to let it slip away.
People always dig into Lazar and how he saves a lot. They always joke about it and whatnot, but the fact is really, it's so good for your CT economy. It seems like so many teams nowadays don't understand when to force a 2 vs 3, force a 2 vs 4, and when to really give up and even out your numbers, or sorry, evaluate your numbers and chances of winning the round. Lazar hit, cornered in with the flick, and unfortunately for him, tries to go for the save, but won't quite get that. Stick with the money now, as obviously we've seen some close rounds. Obviously the 1 vs 1 with Dansky means the money might be low for the CT side. Collar the closest person to your screen. Star player really for this Prophecy side, I believe it's like what, Quicks, Slap, and of course, Collar being your star players. Nevertheless though, with the eco, XL winning 4 on the trot, but the fact is you don't win them cleanly, you lose multiple players, you lose 2 versus the ecos, you have that 1 versus 1 win, and your money doesn't build up, and you can see one of the issues and the faults of playing rather sloppily and undisciplined versus the ecos, the fact that later on, it will come back to haunt you.
It will, indeed, at this point as well. This should be the round in the bag very swiftly for Prophecy. Actually overwhelming Kolar, though. They've recovered the AWP. They can hold on to that. I mean, even if they just recover the AWP and give them some more money to play with into later rounds, that could be very effective. But look at the bomb's placement as well, Snods.
Not the end of the world, though, of course. 1 minute 15 on the clock. They can still salvage that one. Jacob finds the frag onto Arch. Slap as well. Gets the frag onto Boaster. Allows with the P250. Win 2 or 3 versus 3, but no players on the CT side have Kevlar.
Jacob trying to do some damage, but the angle is going to be swiftly covered by Quicks. Going to juggle the weapons back as well so we can try and save it after the round to give back to Kolar. Lazar peeks out. Oh, you'd imagine he should have got the frag there, really.
Yep, Slap on 4 HP. The dink comes out. The second shot, the recoil, lifting the crosser just a little bit above the head. And of course, once Slap lands bullets on him without Kevlar, the aim punch comes through. That just allows him to spray him down, and Lazar can't find that kill. Would have been nice, of course. Would have made it 2 versus 2. Obviously, more money or more economical damage done to the T side, but nevertheless, we are into a 4 versus 2. Prophecy 2 rounds in a deficit now on their T side.
Quicks just staying over by A1 as well, so he can try and defend that AWP. He will now fully commit to it and just save the weapon and backtrack off.
Yep. Not really too much to do here. They did go for the eco, so we'll be able to pipe into the next one. When Dansky really wants to save this AK, I don't know why he's got the P250. Oh, it's my goodness, it's Quicks. There we go. There's Wendansky towards CT spawn. Eyes betraying me there. So, round number 7. Ooh. Thankfully, they saved the rifle, right? Connor, 3,500. If Wendansky didn't save that AK, that would have been a UMP onto Connor. And actually still is. So, okay, so he's dropped an AWP over to Lazar. So, Connor's taken the hit here. Could have had a full M4 buy. Instead, he sacrifices his own firepower and gives Lazar the AWP. He's top fragging currently for the CT side. Collar, though, fast. And you can see the problem. Lazar had to pick up the gun. It was dropped to him. Had to pick it up. Was slow towards connector. And Collar almost caught him off guard there. Luckily, though, he made it through.
Wendansky here towards the B-bomb site, trying to play around JKM as the push is coming in. Doesn't hear him drop, it seems. Quick's able to get the better of him as he takes him down. A 4 versus 3 already into the round. This is very, very fast. Kolar just hold him behind as well. If they do backtrack through for T-spawn, he can take him down. But I imagine there's got to be a call to save at this point.
Yep, we saw it a lot on Mirage. Even if the numbers were fairly close, 4 versus 3, you can win those, obviously. I'd always take the safer option to save. They are currently 2 rounds in the lead, but after this one, it'd be 1. They have the advantage. If they lose this, they throw away all those guns. Things could get out of hand for the Prophecy T side. Excel, though, we've seen the buy rounds now. Obviously, they're 1 eco, so we'll take 1 off of that. But it's 2 rounds for Prophecy and 2 rounds for Excel on these buy rounds past the pistol. Once again, the consistency lending itself potentially to Prophecy.
They are going to slip through. Lazar this time actually is able to clutch onto his AWP and drag it with him into the following round. And it's vital as well, because the thing is, they're starting to let it slip. XL need to get as many rounds as possible on this CT side. This is where they really need to come in strong. And Lazar's AWP is that critical factor.
I mean, Thorin said it best on the desk as well. He said you need CT rounds to buffer your T side, right? To make it easier. Don't have to stress as much once you do swap sides. Obviously, you don't want to be a scenario where you have to win the pistol. If you lose that pistol, you're near as well. Done. Anyway, though, 1 round separating these two teams. Kind of finds the first frag there onto both. The smoke comes in towards Popdog. Are they going to go through it, though? It's a failed Molotov as well. Jacob's smoke extinguishes the Molotov there. Getting close now with the UMP. If he peeks here, if he gets a flashbang as well, potentially from Connor. Gets flashed in towards Popdog. But it's Arch above Pop. Might be able to catch Jacob off guard here and make this a 5 versus 3 potentially. Bomb towards team main. Slow defo here from the T's. Methodical play once again from Prophecy, but Jacob there goes for the push, trying to equalize the numbers. Fair play, you've seen nothing towards that, you need information.
Yeah.
Even though, you know, potentially throws the round's near enough done, he did try and give his team the best chance of taking it.
That is unfortunate for them. Obviously now left in this one. Connor just going to try and play close to the smoke. Is he actually going to... No, just going to play with a close angle, see if anyone is going to push through, try and take down Slap if he can. But once again, it's more of a case of just holding on to these weapons. They do actually pick off quicks, though. A retake could be possible if they get another frag on the board here. Utility is all in the hands of Lazar, though.
Surely this can't be another safer from the CT side. So scared to try and take the chance, and Arch from the rear will find the frag and turn this into a 4 versus 2. It just seems like Excel, as soon as there's a chance they can lose the round, they just save. Just like that. And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Constant occurrences of 4 versus 3s where they play so passive. It's almost like the players on the CT side are looking to save. They all play so passive, it's like they're trying to find a reason to not go for it.
It is odd, even when they start to get themselves back into the round, they just look very, very timid.
Static, they don't move.
Yeah. It's unlike at the XL we saw on Mirage, to be honest with you. It's, I don't know, it just looks like...
Yeah, I mean, at least then they were going for the push towards Palace. Lazar, they're pushing from B short, trying to find the first frag, but very passive setup here from the CT side, not really going in their favor. So, 4-4, round number 9. Lazar does save the AWP. Has armor, full utility, kit as well. Connor, they have Kevlar and a smoke grenade. Prophecy, let's see now. 3 players heading potentially towards Lazar's AWP. If you can find the frag here, try and salvage a gun for his teammate. There could be a chance into this one, but luckily for them though, they are heading towards the A site. They dodge the AWP of Lazar.
Quicks kicks it off as he finds the headshot towards Jacob. Both are trying to play in the close and personal angles, trying to work around his 5-7, but he can't quite get anything going. Connor gets shut down as well. And once again, it's left in the hands of Lazar and Windansky, the last 2 members alive. Lazar just needs to save. That's the critical factor every time. He has to back off, hold onto the weapon, as they can't do anything.
Such a difficult scenario as well. We saw Mirage would go towards B, Teaser go towards A.
Yeah.
Be left to save. Early portion of this game, though, you know, the first 2 rounds they won on the buy rounds, it was Lazar that found the impact, right? Those frags towards A main, those frags towards Popdog when he was playing towards Ali and Ivy. But now he's been going towards B. All he's really able to get is exit frags here.
It seems like it's boiled down to the point where Lazar doesn't even want to try and go for those more risky openers that they need to play off.
Well, he has really. I mean, the last round there, he went for the opener towards B. So he did try and get the first pick. The problem was, when you have the spawn, doesn't always mean you should go for that peak.
Yeah, it is true. Now, finally, Prophecy have taken the advantage as well. 5-4, they are in the driving seat. Oh, the double up setup coming out nuts.
Ooh, let's see. Jacob and Lazar now. Let's see. They're going to go 1 up towards B, 1 up towards A, or they're going to go for the double up towards the A side. Let's see. Jacob opening towards Connector behind Gold Train. Now jumping to Oil Train, which means keeping with that passive setup, and then Lazar opening towards Green Train. I like this. Good setup here. Could be a good read. Prophecy not really going for the executes. They're not playing execute heavy. That does tend to be more of an opening ground, right? Only real issue for them could be flashbangs or trade frags. But as long as the AWPs play smart, get a kill, fall back, get a kill, fall back, play smart. Don't overface and reface and give away your life unnecessarily.
Very same old right now from Prophecy. Slow default, split and pick. Just try and wait for XL to make the first move and counter from the back of that.
2 players here from XL on that B side. Jacob and Windansky. Old school friends. I mean, these guys have been on teams for years, surely. Nevertheless, though, will be another slow round here. Quick's trying to show presence towards Popdog, trying to mimic potentially an A-take. You've got Slap as well, 2 flashbangs towards Ali. He might be able to try and sell a fake here, try and see if he can cause Jacob to rotate towards Connector, towards CT, and I believe they're doing that. He's close towards connector now. Oh, Slap didn't find that frag, though. If he found the kill onto Connor, we could have been seeing an over-rotation, but Verdanski gets 2 frags.
Oh, Verdanski in the elevated angle, the eye in the sky, rattling off bullets from above. Jacob as well, the headshot back on towards Quicks, and they do swiftly equalize. They're not going to let Prophecy expand on that early advantage.
5-5 now. Reset potential for the CT side now. Prophecy know if they win this round, break the money of the CTs, they can really build the momentum and get a strong lead into this first half on their unfavored T side. Can we see the money real quick, please, Keita? So on the CT side, yeah, it's 1,700. You're going to have, only person who's going to be able to bypass this one will be potentially Lazza, and both could get UMP and utility. So this is a very big round right now for Excel to win. They lose this, force into the force by could be seeing 7-5. Eco 8-5. Prophecy could be winning the half just based off of this one round. Lazza now holding towards pop from. Believe that's sight, yeah. Bomb train, nice little angle here. If Prophecy flash though before they exit, Pop Dog might be able to avoid sudden death from Lazza's orb.
Angle is being covered, just a matter of time before they try and go for their play. Leaving the bomb behind the T-spawn as well, so they can quickly backtrack if they need to. Boaster aiding his teammate here as well over towards Ivy. A lot of noise has been made there. You can see the seed of doubt plant in their minds as well. He can rotate back off now, grab the bomb, and they can set themselves up for this correct take towards a bomb site. Boaster still paranoid about them coming from Ivy. Lazza though, seems like they're actually just going to drive face it, so he'll get the first frag for free. Information there as well, but Kali trades back, takes down Connor, and Lazza could actually be taken down if they go on top of Red Train here, Snuds.
Towards that default site. Has the AWP in the close range angle. Poster there. Will actually get no scope there by Calais. Lazza falls as well from Arch. 3 versus 2 now. Surely they can't go for the save. They're not going to. 2 versus 2 as bomb is planted. Kits. No smoke, no Molotov. Just a flashbang there onto Verdanski and HE. Goes for the long rotation. I believe they've heard that as well. Slap is towards Red Train. He may have heard the flank coming in. You can see Collar as well. Perched to scope there towards team main. They know exactly where they're coming from, Jack.
All they've got to do is just watch these angles as well. 2 angles to cover, 2 Ts left alive. Jacob trying to bait him out, but he baits them in, but at the wrong time. When Dansky wasn't in position, so Calais can strike as well, as of course he's just hunkered down, watching the angle. And that's such a shame.
Lazza shaking his head that he knows exactly what happened. Elephant footing through the white halls there. Collar hears it. Purchases a scope nicely for team main. And the round is near enough done. Jacob tries to go for the shot towards connector as well, trying to bait out some attention. Trying to make maybe force core to unscope, and that might be the window there for Verdanski to come with the flank, but nevertheless, there will be the reset there for Excel. And actually, they're going to force up into this one like this. You know, they could have forced 1 or 2 rifles potentially. They're going to go for the full save. This means another round where they're going to be able to build money. You can see the Mac 10 on Quicks. He knows that this is the round where they build up the bank and they can continuously buy for the rest of this first half.
Not like this as well. Charges in deep through A2, gets 2 shots off with the Mac 10. That extra cash roll coming into his back pocket, and it is just Jacob as the last man left standing. Miles out of position as well. He has got a deagle. Potentially, he can find 1 kill, maybe scavenge a weapon, but it's all ifs and buts at this point, Snuds.
Can you bring that scoreboard back up again for me, Keita? So look at this, right? Look at the momentum as soon as we hit the buy rounds. 5 in a row for Prophecy. They lose 1 in that close affair. And then suddenly they get reset. And they're going to win a second one here as well. 7-5. Prophecy 1 off winning the half on the T side.
Look at the amount of bomb plants as well. Even in rounds they did actually lose. Yeah, 3 bomb plants, and then we see the 3 actually in their T side as well.
Imagine as well if Quicks had peaked when Verdanski's in that 1 versus 1.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this could have been a 9-3 scoreline right now in favor of Prophecy on their T side. Nevertheless, though, round number 13. Orp onto Lazza. CZ on Connor. He's really been taking the hit, and he's one of the star players. I mean, I believe it's like Lazza, Connor as your star players, but Connor constantly taking the hit in terms of firepower on these buy rounds. Connor trying to get a bit aggressive here, has the confidence, trying to find that opening frag for the T side. Once again, that's going to be Jacob and Verdanski towards his B side. Jacob, the IGL and captain, being the rotate player. Usually it is the AWPer, but nowadays you are seeing the IGL take that role, able to position himself potentially better than the AWPer on the team. Still, though, firepower, utility as well. Look at the nades on Excel. 3 smokes, couple of flashbangs, no mollies. 1 kit on Connor. I mean, where's Connor playing? He's playing towards Ali. They go towards B. If Connor dies towards Ali or Green Train and the kit isn't salvageable, This could easily be a very dominating half here from Prophecy on the second map.
Bomb left out right now, over towards A. They can just play from T spawn. Quicks and Co making a little bit of noise towards B. There are 2 players close by. I mean, Wendansky and Jacob have looked good on their defense towards B, but it's not been that consistent.
It definitely hasn't been. Seeing our bomb. Arch, Quicks, Collar as well towards his B side. Who's number 9? It's Khaled trying to sell a fake towards it, and actually might be able to get the backstab. Burst finds that frag towards Connector. Jacob doesn't quite get a frag there. The pistol for Collar finds that frag, and already they have the B site. Smoke, Molotov comes off towards Connector. Both needs to find a frag hit quick, otherwise this could be 8-5.
Trying to fight through the fire and flames. We'll get an awful lot of tags out, but no frags going his way just yet. Lazar, luckily enough, trades back on towards Quicks, leaves him in a 2 versus 2. They have the health advantage. They just need to play together. There is the Molotov on Kolor, but he's trapped down on the site. He's not in a prime time angle, and he dies. This is a huge play now. Left in a 2 versus 1 against Slap. No Molotov. He just has to play off audio cues, try and peek at the right time when they're on the defuse. Lazar just needed to cover Connor, but Connor comes off the bomb, rattles off the shots, takes him down, gives XL another round, another fighting chance, and saves
That's a 3K with a CZ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned it before, he is one of the star players. You're taking away firepower from Connor. I mean, come on, Jacob, potentially Wendansky, so he's a support player now. Someone take the hit for Connor. He's 10-8. I mean, it's Lazar really firing on the cylinders, 16 frags and 8 deaths. Connor and Lazar leading the charge in terms of frags on the board. 6-7, 6 rounds simply isn't enough. This needs to be an 8-7.5. They need to win that second pistol as well. For a chance to even win this for a chance to even go 1-1, Jack, they need to win 4 pistols.
Absolutely insane stuff right now. Great opener as well, though, for XL. They do take down Kolor, and that is a huge impact frag to come in early into the round.
It is indeed. Kala playing rather passive towards team main. Cole obviously went aggressive. Lazar found that frag onto him. Jacob now once again pushing with this UMP. Does find the frag this time. Second time lucky has some information. 2-man advantage as well. This should be 7-7. Unless something crazy happens. No AWP into play now. Slap, Arch and Quicks.
Easy pickings right now as Connor is able to find the kill back on towards Slap as well. Goes for the contact play through the smoke, but he had the drop on him. There's always that potential for him to go for this double AWP setup as well if they win this round, because Jacob's still sitting by the dropped AWP of Kolor. Lazar will pick off Quicks very swiftly. They're trying to rattle back. No reason for Lazar really to peek into this one now as Arch is so low. They know he's coming towards this B site.
What's important as well is the money is low for the CT side. Each frag Arch finds. Look at that, 0 to 1,200. So they're gonna get the 3,000. They can be dropped, but Arch could potentially do some economical damage. Try and force him onto a UMP into the final round, but I believe he'll need 2 or 3 kills, and he won't ever get 1 as we go to 7-7. Nevertheless, though, you can't really be too disheartened if you are Prophecy right now. 7 rounds on your T side after losing the pistol. So far, so good for them. The pressure's really on XL. They need to get this 8th round. They need to win the pistol, 11-7. On that T side, have the big buffer, allow themselves to make mistakes on that T side. Then they're in a real chance to Prophecy take this one, and it goes 11-7 in their favor on the CT side. The way Collar's been playing as well, the AWP, you really have to be favoring Prophecy into this one.
That's the thing. That CT side AWP on Kolor is going to be absolutely insane. Connor kicks it off, though, as he takes down Cali into the round. Boaster, so blind, he can't really actually aid his teammates. Jacob here trying to work with Connor. Connor will eventually fall, but Jacob's able to get the swift trade back as they go blow for blow. Boaster finally comes into the fold as well, as he will nick the head clean off of Arch. And it's just on Quicks. He's trying to get in that back line, play through A1, just do something here, Snuds.
Has no head armor as well. 1 headshot from the M4s from the CT side will take him down. Actually, it's a headshot from an AK, so it doesn't really make too much of a difference. 8-7, that's a much needed 8th round there. XL barely winning that CT side.
Now then, going into the second half, we've touched on it, we sort of foreshadowed it a little bit, but the idea is with Kolor, it's scary. That AWP, that can come out very swiftly. If they get the opening pistol, we're looking at the AWP coming into play straight away.
That's the thing, right? The opening pistol is so important because XL have won 3 out of 3 pistols so far.
Yeah.
And they still lost that last map, 16-13. They said they had anti-stratted Prophecy on train, but what did they really show on their CT side? They showed timid plays, some scared plays. Lazar, obviously, 16, 17 kills in 1 half. That's good, but how many of those are impactful considering that 7 rounds there on the CT side of Prophecy? But then again, yeah, he was hitting nice shots. He was playing very well. Boaster, Jacob having rather quiet games. I mean, Jacob as well going for some CT aggression with the UMPs, with their lack of firepower, tends to either steal the round in his favor or steal the round in the enemy's favor, right? He's pushing in a 5 versus 4, and if he dies, it makes it to a 5 versus 3. The round's near enough done.
Yeah, it was very odd. I mean, coming into this straight away off the back of the pistol round, as you're saying, XL need to lock it down, need to give himself a big fighting chance. Heavy investment in utility here as well.
So, 3 sets of Kevlar on this T side. Jacob now, the smoke molly. That might be mirroring the strat we saw from Prophecy. Let's see what read they have. Do they anticipate it to be a 4-man stack towards this A site? Bomb going fast through Pop Dog. Quicks towards that site. Should be able to find frags here.
Eternally blind on the site as constant flashbangs do daze him. They go for the straight commit on the plant as well. Actually come off it as they realize he is just on top of Bomb Train. They're finding the headshots. They're going blow for blow right now as they get themselves in a 3 versus 3 corner. Kicks it off with a bang from Bloyant. Stuff coming out as he starts to do a little bit of work. Picks off 2 of them, leaves it in the hands of Slap, who's forced to fall back, trying to make that noise though.
What can he really do? They know exactly where he is towards Pop Dog. Bomb is drop there towards Electric. Does have sight of if he peeks. Spots out Wendansky. Goes for the face. They know exactly where he is though. Jacob and Wendansky both have no armor, so if he goes for the body shots and the tags, there's a chance here.
It is possible. Spots out Wendansky's aware of both players' locations. He just needs to try and play his cards right here. Spots out the bomb as well now as he floods his way towards the site. Grabs the kit in the walk and lands a sick headshot on towards Jacob. Brutality as he lands it. Gonna go for the straight commit as well. Wendansky tiptoeing over. He comes off, tries to fire back, struggling, but finds it. Prophecy gonna be able to get that round of the bag. Huge round from Slap there. That's clutch play, as good as it gets.
Look at the relief on his face. Wins a crazy 1 versus 2. A ridiculous flick there, finding that initial frag in the clutch. Pistols finally going 1-1. This is where you usually do see a fair game. XL, almost stat padding in terms of rounds because they've won 3 out of 4 pistols here. In fact, it's been a far more one-sided affair for Prophecy. As Slap went for the stick, tried to do Wendansky, but the fact he had no armor as well, the body shots came in, eventually landed the headshot, and we do see an 8-8 scoreline. XL, they did get the bomb down, so they're going for the full eco here. 3 smoke grenades, could be an execute towards A if they get another bomb plant as well. Extra utility, potentially an AWP as well onto Lazar. He's only got that PT-50, but he might have to go for an AWP, no Kevlar into this next round. And the question is, what's the game plan here for XL on the T side? Are they going to play off Lazar's AWP, try and find frags? Are they going to play execute heavy? Are they going to play map control heavy? Take control of Pop Dog, take control of Ali, take control of A main or just hold on to it. Take control of B halls. Have control of the map, split towards A, execute towards B, or are they just going to try and rely off the individual skill of players like Connor, players like Lazar?
Smoke going to go over from JKM there. Block off that line of sight over towards Bomb Train. See if they can slip their way in. They do charge out early. Quicks though, playing on Bomb Train once again. Just able to find easy frags. Getting those UMP kills. Gets the 3rd as well towards Jacob. So much cash there.
9-8. Very clean run there from the CT side. 5 players staying alive, which means no one needing to be dropped. No one needs to rebuy. Just a bit of utility, that's all. So Scout kept for Collar as well. No AWP for him. And we see a double eco? So that could really answer my question, right? I said, how important is the AWP for Lazar on the T-side train? They could have full bought into this, well, not full bought, gone for AK, Kevlar, smoke, double flash, smoke Molotov, whatnot. They've gone for the double safe here, relying on the impact that Lazar's AWP should be delivering into these T rounds. But this is another round where Prophecy can gain so much money on their CT side. So valuable to have a big bank there. 10-8 should be the scoreline here. Double digits already for Prophecy. And XL, they put so much pressure onto Lazar, so much pressure on their AWP, and so much pressure onto this next buy round.
The T's right now. Just grouping themselves up, trying to go for the slow play. No one actually can take drop down control, Pop Dog control here, but Boaster is just watching in case the flank comes in. Quick's just playing off the back of time, and if he hears him go for that all-out push, trying to get the opening frag, but the Goose has been given away.
He has indeed. Does he know this eco just yet? I don't think he spotted out the gun there. Prophecy still playing like they're playing versus the full buy. Expecting an AWP here. Expecting AKs. Instead, though, luckily for them, it's just Tech 9s. Light utility. Probably going to be the execute here towards A. You can see as well, those smokes from spawn, that's going to be a smoke towards electric, smoke towards connector. Smoke off the site, go off the plant, get an extra $800, and have a full big buy into this next buy round.
Smoke's coming in. That slower style of CS once again going to end in the fast burst towards the A bomb site. Quicks, is he going to repeat history as per usual and just find a ridiculous buffet of frags towards the A bomb site? Of course he can, through the smokes as well. He is dispatching everyone that comes his way. Luzza will find one frag, but that's going to be short-lived to get shut down. Quicks, so much money off the back of this UMP. It's been a huge investment for him.
Yep, into both rounds as well, finding multiple frags. Collar does fall, which means we should be seeing him buy up the AWP into this next round, round number 19. 10-8 in favor of Prophecy. The money as well, 3, and the money isn't doing as well as I thought. They have 7,000 onto Quicks. They will be saving over these SMGs and the Thamases. If they win this round, you're going to see 10,000 on a few players on that CT side, and at that point, the money is going to be so strong they can continuously buy. They can apply so much pressure to that T economy, to the terrorists on that T side. Lars is up, the aforementioned AWP that they saved for. On the flip side, it's going to be Collar getting aggressive. Actually finds the AWP on Luzza. The double eco now nearly worthless as the AWP is out of the hands of the primary AWPer for this T side.
Yeah, no trade potential at all there. I mean, Windansky couldn't really peek. He might have been able to run the risk, but it just wasn't worth it. Boaster can scavenge the AWP at least, but it's not really what you want in this situation.
Yeah, in an ideal world, it'd go straight back to Jacob. Obviously the secondary AWPer for this T side. Slap was tagged up a little bit. Smoke's coming towards B, but it's just a fake. Quicks as well towards Pop. If he gets his frag here onto Jacob, turns into a 5 versus 3. Prophecy should be able to win this round carrying forward this SMG, so the money will be massive. So much pressure right now onto Excel into this round. This is a key one. They lose this onto the quasi-buy. Then from there, potentially an eco. Connor finds a frag towards B, gets the entry, but goes for the flashbang, has his knife out. Shows his arse there towards the CT side, towards Connector. And actually, Arch there will find that frag after tagging Connor up. And we do see a 2-man advantage already for the CT side. 30 seconds left. The bomb is planted, a little bit of cash. But let's see what they can do. I can hear them shouting across the room.
Boaster trying to bait them in with a bomb plant. They're not going to push through their own smoke though, but is he aware of Kolor getting a little bit aggressive? Has he got the strength to go for the face? Did have the confidence, plays through it. It's all on Windansky now, open his hands. Windansky, unfortunately, far too many angles to focus on and not enough pairs of eyes. He will be punished by Kali. And Epsilon come back in. Sorry, Prophecy.
Epsilon, that's the first game, mate. Yeah. On the ball. No. Nevertheless, right, obviously you bring forward the UMP, Quicks as well. Being able to drop that UMP over, picks up an M4. You're saving rifles, you're salvaging rifles, you're keeping the low economy buy, and it's been successful, which means the money is going to be so strong for a Prophecy. Excel are going to need, what, 2 to 3 rounds? And the problem is, they're winning rounds, but they're going to be playing versus 4 buys each and every time, which means we should be seeing 2 versus 2s, 2 versus 1s, which again means Excel are going to be potentially prone to being reset if they do win the next buy round. Connor, though, into the present. Finds that frag onto Connor, as we see a 1-man advantage, 1 minute 35 on the clock as well. Quasi buy here, again, Tech 9, smoke grenades. Jake as well, near enough to death there. Let's call up with that shot barely.
Tees already getting their hands forced into the play into this round as they can't really go for what they wanted to. No aggressive style of CS coming out with these Tech 9s. They want to just go for that more run and gun style burst play. They do have the smokes, but most likely once again we see the split push towards A.
Yep.
And what have we seen every time?
What's going to happen? They're going to get the bomb down, that's about it. You need rounds at this point. Round 20. You're into the latter portion of the game, of the second half. You need rounds on the board. You need 10, 11, 12 and whatnot. Instead, there's going to be Prophecy potentially get to 12. Bomb is planted, 3 versus 5. Who knows, there could be a chance.
So awkward right now. A flurry of bullets coming out from every side. Everyone just shooting which way. And Quicks will take down the last remaining member. Windansky hits the deck, and that's all they're going to get.
No wind in the sails of Excel. 8 to 12. They get the bomb down once again, though. See 15,000 the bank of Quicks. 5 players staying alive. They can nearly buy for the remainder of this game. Excel need to win multiple full buy rounds. They've been struggling already.
Yeah.
Need to grit their teeth. 5 AKs. Oh, sorry. 4 AKs. AWP onto Lazar. We saw Excel go for the double save just to bring out this AWP. We saw no effect from it. Nullified by the AWP call-up. Winning that AWP duel. Now let's see what they can do. Round 21, 12 to 8. 4-round deficit here for Excel. They need to claw this one back fast. Collar though with the AWP. Going to peek out towards potentially. Does a scope and he does just that. Smug face there onto Lazar as he finally wins the AWP duel. The game of chess. Who peeks into who?
Big round from Lazar. We need to see more of that coming out as well. He needs to start getting some energy back into him. He needs to act more lively into these rounds. But XL not going to try and throw away the early lead they have taken. Slow it down a little bit. Play with the tempo, Snods.
5 versus 4. XL finally have the advantage for themselves. They can't surely throw this one away. If they do, that could be all she wrote for XL this week, potentially going 0-2. Strong utility still, 1 minute left on the clock. They can go for executes. They've got Molotovs. He's looking at the bombers going towards B. Good read here from Prophecy. You can see how pushed up Quicks is. He has information. There's no one towards Ali. Sorry, no one towards T main. He's called the stack here towards B. Arch and Slap. We saw some strong plays for them on the previous map. Can they carry forward now onto the potential execute here from XL? Good smoke, 30 seconds left. The smoke is huge.
This could be unreal. Slap playing up close and personal as well. Going to play around the smoke. This is going to be so fantastic. Connects the headshot on towards Connor. Takes him down. Arch comes into effect as well. He's in the backline. Quicks! The main man will punish Windansky, but Jacob connects the headshot, leaving them in a 2 versus 3. They have a quick rotate towards A. The path is clear, Snods. The welcome mat is down, and they have got muddy shoes. They're wiping all over it.
Kits though on the CT side. Lack of utilities while there's frag there for huge burst of force from Calais. Jacob towards default now, trying to find a frag here. Turn this into a 1 versus 2 where it's potentially winnable. Bring around the roses though. Slap finds that kill. 13-8. You had the man advantage. You had the advantage. You throw it away carelessly. You allow Quicks to stomp in from behind. How does no one hear him?
Yeah.
How was he able to find a frag there? If they get the kill onto Quicks, that's a 3 versus 3. That's definitely winnable. You would have had Lazar's still in play. I believe it was Luz that fell there. Well, not fell, but died there from the flank from Quicks. I mean, imagine if you had the op that holding that CT old bomb position. Color definitely would have been able to find that frag onto Boaster. Could have easily been seeing 9-12. A potential for XL. Instead, they're forced onto a tactical pause. Lazar, head in his hands. Trying to work out what on earth he can do, trying to give suggestions, but what can you really do, right? The skill is so high on this Prophecy lineup. They're very good at playing loose. They're very good in the mid-rounds as well. They have good communications. They play good after plants. Sorry, good retakes. Very difficult for themselves here.
Yeah, not the best situation to be in. I mean, in terms of cash to play with as well, it's you know, it's manageable into this final one. They can get the AWP out if they want. They are actually going to go for the AWP buy as well, get that over towards Lazar. But the thing is, we need to see him actually get that confidence behind him, right?
Yeah, I mean, look at the kills as well. Boaster 6-16, Jacob 9-19, Windansky 7-15, Connor at 17-17. So only players going positive or neutral is Connor and Lazar, the stars of this XL side. The other players here, the support players potentially, and the Argel and captain of Jacob, they need to step up and match the firepower that's being led by the primary op for this XS side. On the flip side though, Quicks there 24-13. Cali as well, 17-11. You can see as well the KDs are much better for Prophecy, as obviously they are in the lead. You would expect XL to have better KDs, especially because of the fact they went for so many save rounds.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, the colleague getting aggressive doesn't quite find that frag. Goes to the reface as well. Misses the shots. Jacob tries to bait out another one. Molly comes in. They have control of B. They can rotate off Slap now towards A. Collar can hold this one on his own. 4 players towards the A site. Good information gathered and good map control here taken by the CTs.
This is good as well. They get a lot of information off the back of that early. But look at these crossfires. Look how much confidence Prophecy have in relying on their teammates to get those efficient trades, Nuts.
Bomb towards T-spawn. 1 minute 10 on the clock, 5 versus 5. Not really much happening here. As I say that though, Connor, one of the only 2 players really delivering right now for the T side, taken out of the server by Collar's AWP towards Ivy. It's another big frag found here by him. Actually, no, it was towards B, my bad. I just saw the AWP. Thought it was Collar. Double up setup for the CT side. We might actually catch XL off guard here. Question is, though, Boaster having a bit of a mare here. He's going to peek into the AWP, potentially. Oh, there's Kelly. A little bit tilted after Lazar does take him down, but goes 1 for 1. Jacob might be able to sell a fake here. What nades has he got? Just a smoke grenade in HE. Smokes down towards level. The bomb is going through Whitehorse towards A. They're trying to force a 2-2 setup here from the CT side. 2 towards A, 2 towards B. But Quickster doesn't move, but actually gets the frag there. Doesn't quite get the second, though.
Ridiculous stuff. Quick's even getting 1 frag on towards Boast. You can see got all that audio information as well. Gally in the backline. What? Somehow gets away with that kill. Lazar eventually trades it back when Dansky comes into effect as well, but they've got 10 seconds, Snods, in the 1 versus 1. He can't grab the bomb as well. It's quite far away. There's no reason for Arch to peek. They win this. Prophecy, get another round. He could kill him after time as well.
Surely Wendansky knew us towards Connector.
Was there no call?
Sloppy plays there. Poor plays there from Excel. Somehow, someway, Cali managing to get that 1 versus 2. 14-8. Excel looking lifeless into the second half. And you really, well, they haven't had a single round on their T side.
Yeah. So awkward. Look at the cash as well.
Can we see the scoreboard, please, Keita, real quick? Yeah, look at that. Wow. What's that? 7 in a row right now on the CT side. Prophecy having it on lockdown. The ult from Collar being so impactful. Quicks as well on the rifle play. So aggressive. Gets so many important and impactful frags. Doesn't allow Excel on the Byron to even get the bomb down. Khaled there from top of green train. Connor manages to whiff that one. Gets himself a frag. Arch as well. Catches Boaster running through his own Molotov.
Very questionable plays coming out right now. A little bit more aggression on display from XL as they do want to try and dispatch the opposition. Jacob will take the head, clean off one man. Kolar also falls to the AWP of Lazar, left in a 2 versus 2. And they're backing off. They are going to backtrack through. They play around the clock. They know they've got 1 minute 10 still to work with here. Why not play to their favor?
Kits, full utility on the Prophecy side. They're going to be marching towards Ivy, changing up their style or their idea of attack. Arch rotating in towards the back lines of B. Slap still towards Pop Dog as to anticipate that they are going white horse towards B. You can see wary that they're going to come behind him. Instead, though, good play here. Once again, it's Jacob and Lazar, the dynamic duo. Left alive to try and clutch this one for the side. It was a 3 versus 2 in favor of Prophecy. Can they get themselves another 2 versus 3 on the board? We saw multiple of Mirage. But is it consistent, right? Is it doable again? That's the question here. Excel, if they win this round here and get reset, that could spell the end. Nevertheless, they have to... What on earth? I think the nerves are showing. As Lazar just shoots Jakin right in the back.
That could have been a lot worse than it was as well. It's so lucky he didn't actually take him down, just nicks him a little bit. The peaks come through, does punish Arch, but it's all left on Slap, the man that has been living up to his name and absolutely whooping the opposition. Let's see what he can do though. Caught off guard, confused by the location of Jacob. Even though that round could have been very awkward, they do pull it out. Lazar, you can see frustration all over him.
Yep. Nerves slowly surfacing here. 9-14, round 24. 2 players staying alive for the T side. That money won't be too strong. Prophecy, if they reset them here, that should be it. They're going to be on match point. Excel will need 6. They're going to have no money as well. Broke. We've seen how poor their Tech 9 executes have been towards this A site. Trying to get the bomb down, but the afterplants have been so weak. Nevertheless, though, a very good 2 versus 3 there from, once again, Jacob and Lazar. So, 5 versus 5. 1 AWP this time onto Colo. No AWP there for Calais towards Green Train. We saw some big success there from him. Lazar trying to counter that AWP there from Calais. We saw him peeking towards Ivy constantly, but this time instead, he's going to be on that M4. He's been playing far more passive. Colo holding towards a main. Quick's pushed up as well. Good, strong setup here from Prophecy on their CT side. Colo as well can hold towards Pop Dog. Have an aggressive angle. Could smoke off towards team main, but he might want to save this one just for a little bit longer. Ooh, so this smoke here, right? He smokes the front of team main. They try and fool the T's to think that there's no one in team main. Will it pay off though? Will Quicks be able to catch Boaster off guard here?
Boast up. Seeming like he's aware of the possible shenanigans that could be afoot as he just holds the angle, hoping someone is going to play around the smoke, but is slowly edging ever closer. That's the bomb as well. So if Boaster goes down here, Snods, it's so massive.
It is indeed. Quick's playing that close angle once again. Going to be falling back though. Going to be going for the execute. Quick should be able to hear most of it, though. That's the problem. He peeks out, gets one frag, goes for the second spray, but doesn't quite get it. Wendansky gets a fast reply frag there, but does get tagged up a little bit. He spotted bomb. He spotted them lining up their smokes. They're forced to go towards A. The CTs know exactly what's going on, but for some reason, Arch thinks differently, and he's rotated towards B. Collar there whiffs a shot, and Jacob finds that frag.
Collar going down is actually so vital into the round as well, but Arch getting overpowered makes it even easier for the side of XL right now that have site control. They can get the bomb planted. The retake's going to be awkward as they're just getting punished, slapped, forced to retreat, has to run out of there.
10-14, potentially looking doable. What's the money looking like, Keita? So, they won 7 in a row. Some players at 14,000. Constant drops though. Close round, 2 versus 2s. 1 versus 2s. And now, the money is fairly low. Do they go for the force buy? XL winning 2 in a row. I believe they should eco this one, though. Slap going to be saving the M4 here. Should be anyway. Saves that M4 over into the next round. 10 to 14. Try and get aggressive, maybe get a flashbang up towards upper B. Try and make it a 5 versus 4 and play off the numbers. If they can't do that, just take the round on the chin, make it 14 to 11, and you've still got yourself, what, 3 potential buy round chances to close it out, 16 to whatever Excel may be at.
Prophecy into this one. Just going to go for the light pistol buy. They have armor as well. 2 CZs, 2 P250s.
Yep.
I wouldn't actually count them out in some of those angles. I mean, Quicks, if we see that control towards Pop Dog, could be huge.
What's important as well is Collar on the PT50, going to be saving up for the AWP. He's been so dominant with so far into this map. Slap there. With the M4, gets aggressive. I mentioned he should show some aggression, try and find an early frag, the entry for his team. And then from there, they can try to play off the numbers. Kala here baiting for Arch towards the electric box. Lost with the AWP. Trying to see if he can find the frag there towards the alley players, but instead they are playing nice and passive. They're waiting for Excel to make the mistake to push into the crosshair, potentially their stack. Bomb towards Pop Dog, and a push it towards teammate.
Boaster gets the opening frag, takes the head clean off of Quicks, but there's the response from Kali, takes him down, and is going to grab that AK to play with. Arch! They clear the angle, nearly finds a frag. Windansky barely staying alive. Green around the gills, he's left on 2 HP, limping away from Ivy, but Kolor comes into effect as well. The rifles they scavenge are so critical of the round as he rips his way through everyone. Such confusion on the faces of the players in XL.
Look how dumbfounded Lazar was there. Had no idea the flank was coming in from behind, and now Prophecy have the advantage. Connor on 11 HP. We've seen him step up so far on the T side. Really one of the only people able to fire back and win duels versus the Prophecy lineup. He's so disadvantaged though. Smoke, Molotov, bomb, 11 HP, 40 seconds on the clock. Colo, PT50, no armor. Somehow, some way found himself 2 frags. Star of the show along with Quicks as well. It's going to be Slap as well, joining Colo with the aforementioned AWP.
Slap's making a lot of noise here, though, just going up and down the ladder. Connor will spot him out. Slap's seen him. Oh, this is awkward. Charges, gets himself on the high ground. Slap's seen a little bit disorientated about the location. Connor just firing off those pot shots. Knows he has to try and get that bomb planted soon. It's not.
One bullet would take him down, though. Goes for the ladder shot. Does for Connor, and the 1 versus 1 bomb is planted. Collar's the AWP, though. Is he going to use it? He has no armor. One body shot could be the win here for Excel. And actually, they go past each other through the smoke, though. Collar will find that frag. A 3K for him. Brilliant play there. Hear the screaming from the players in the background.
Ric Flair's in the studio.
Exactly that. I mean, what Slap did there was so good. He was playing for information. He spots out Con. He bought so much time for that rotation to come in. It's what allowed such an easy trade frag there from Colo, as he was so close because his teammate bought him so much time. 15 to 10. Match point now for Prophecy. Buy though, let's see. Connor, lucky utility, but apart from that, it's going to be a strong buy. AWP onto Lazar. AK's full self-utility across the board. On the flip side as well, AWP onto Colo once again. Lazar here, trying to see if he can win this game of chess in the AWP versus AWP duel, but unfortunately for him, no one really facing towards his AWP just yet. Passive plays here towards the B site as we see Arch and Slap here once again. 2-3 setup from that CT side. Collar playing aggressive, trying to find that first frag and information towards team main. Slap here as well, peeks out maybe. Might get the drop on Connor here.
Holding the angle. Connor will bait him in. Now he can try and hold. If Slap plays into his hands, would have been able to get the frag, but he plays it smart. Backs off, and he's just going to hold from the site.
Exactly, doesn't get overzealous there, has the information. Spots Connor out, just Connor though. Doesn't see the bomb, doesn't see anything out, doesn't see any other players on this T side, but it's looking like it will be the B site execute here from Excel. They have the mollies, the smokes, smoke off towards lower ramp, smoke off between the trains, get the bomb down, push towards the back line. It's so important on your T side, on the B bomb side, to have control of connector. If you don't have control of connector, you can't cut off those rotations from the CT side. They can just mow you down and AWP you from far away.
Getting themselves ready now. The B play seemed like that largest attempt, Snods. This is where it all comes down to.
Do they have a smoke on this B site again? They have 2 mollies, 30 seconds left. The smoke's already come down. The mollies now from the CT side, they're out. They should stunt the push here.
Let's see though, Connor kicks it off, but the Molotovs are coming in massively. They can't push through it. They're getting too low as well. Boaster are only on 4 HP. They have dropped the bomb as well, just at the bottom of ramp. This is awkward. They have to commit to it when they take their push through. Slap actually gets beaten, but Quicks is too powerful. 9 seconds left on the clock. This looks like it is going to be the end. The penultimate round being claimed by Prophecy, you'd imagine. Jacob finds one, but it isn't enough. Prophecy pick it up. They absolutely absolutely dominate here against Excel, and they take the 2-0.
Extremely weak T-side there from Excel. Only managed to pick up 2 rounds from an 8-7 scoreline on the CT side. It's a complete flip from what we saw on Mirage. Weak CTs and strong T-sides. And they're on their map pick. Sorry, on Prophecy's map pick, where they said they had the reads, they'd done the heat maps, they'd done their research, trying to read their CT sides, their T sides, they come up very, very flat.
It's a map where they should have done a lot more than they did. It looked messy. They hyped it up so much, and you got to wonder at this point if it was just mind games, because it didn't seem like they had that structure behind them.
Thing is as well, right, that could be the game that locks Prophecy in for that top 4.
Oh, yeah.
They've had the 2-0 versus Endpoint, another team that was a candidate for the top 4. They've got the 2-0 now versus Excel as well. Method have gone 1-1 both of these weeks, which means they should be leading the charge here.
Yeah, Prophecy are looking good. Obviously not dropping a map yet throughout this Gfinity Elite Series. You've got to wonder what's next for them, but I know what's next for you guys. We're going back over to the desk for the final time. It is going to be Tom and the boys on the desk.
Thank you very much, Jackie. Thank you, Snods. Yes, Prophecy haven't lost a map in the Elite Series. What we're going to do right now is have a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about all the action and hear from some of the losers and the winners of that match.